would throw here. Stands back near his own end zone, fires it out, and Gorkhuber's got it! He's out past the 30, 40, midfield, down to the 40, he could go all the way! Oh my goodness! Played here by Eisel. Demetto Zempel, back row attack by Toole.
There it is.
There it is! Hadley Toole gets the 25th kill of the night. Zempel with a short serve, low pass,
oh
that falls to the floor. And the ace by for Alexandria sends it right on a line, a header and a goal! And here's a rollout. Now Thompson's gonna fire right side. Mason Gorkhuber's got it. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Alex. The face-off and work the puck back into the outer's end. Thorson trying to bring it out front. Now here's a shot and a score! Now another rebound, that gets blocked. Breakout pass, Thornburg up the right side. He's got room, takes the shot, save made. For a forward 1.5 somersault pike. He's up high on the... Well, it looked to be fairly solid there.
This move that bail as a release move is a difficult move that they want to see as one of the required skills to her Giants.
Yep. Central Lakes Conference title, overcoming that early September defeat, and then coming back and winning the remainder of their matches to emerge as the outright CLC champion. Even though Alexandria won't be able to defend its Class AAA state volleyball title this year because the Cardinals are placed in Class 4A, Alexandria is the defending Central Lakes Conference girls volleyball champions until somebody else moves Alexandria off that perch. The Cardinals are not at full strength tonight. They've got a couple of people that are sidelined, but still Alexandria will go at it, matching up against the Tech Tigers, and we look forward to bringing you the broadcast coming up. I don't know if we'll be straight up 7 o'clock for the start, but it should be early in the 7 o'clock hour when we bring you varsity volleyball with Tech hosting Alexandria. We welcome you to our Jutner Motors pre-match coverage as we come to you on our Leighton Media platforms tonight. That does include our video available on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. You can access that by going to our website, voiceofalexandria.com, and then to the Cardinal Sports page to get the link to the YouTube live stream if you want to watch us tonight. Or you can just stay with us right here on People Radio, KXRA at 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, and 105.7 FM, as we'll have the broadcast coverage and audio as well through the Voice of Alexandria app. Thanks to Integrity Title in Alexandria for bringing you the live streaming. Integrity Title Incorporated is our signature streaming sponsor for our Alexandria Cardinal sports play-by-play broadcasts all throughout the 2025-26 school year. And a special thank you to Mission Mechanical, Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning for being the presenting sponsor of our Voice of Alexandria app. JP Boleen is behind the camera doing the live video tonight at St. Cloud Tech High School. And along with me, Dave McClurg, I've got Tim Zuffer joining me for the coverage tonight. Tim, I know that you and I had the opportunity to see the Cardinals a few times during the first couple of weeks of the regular season. Then you had the chance to see Alexandria host Wilmer on Tuesday night at Polig Court. And I was getting score updates from you set by set and everything. And it seemed to take a little while for Alexandria to kind of find a little bit of a groove. And against a good team like Wilmer, if you get behind, a couple of sets, that can be very difficult to overcome.
Yeah, we were presented with a challenge there, not only facing a good volleyball team in Wilmer. Wilmer's got a setter, I think, that probably has top college volleyball teams looking at her, and she was sending a lot of second balls over in the first couple sets that we had a tough time adjusting to. I think that part of the game did get significantly better in sets 3 and 4. We were a little bit shorthanded, as we will be tonight, and a couple of the sets Wilmer pretty much dominated. The other, Alexandria won the third set and was fairly competitive in set 1 as well.
Yeah, as it turns out, Wilmer would end up winning the match in 4 sets. I think it went for the Wilmer Cardinals 25-20, 25-14, 20-25, and 25-14. So Wilmer gets the early bragging rights in the head-to-head. Of course, Tim, Alexandria does not play everybody in the Central Lakes Conference 2 times, but there are a few opponents on the schedule, most notably Brainerd, Ricori, and Wilmer, that they will play home and away this year. Yeah,
I think the Cardinals will, would like another chance to play Wilmer late in the season, and they get a chance. They also get a chance to avenge that loss to Ricori as well. So I think they'll look forward to that. Hopefully, being at full strength when they play those teams and have a little bit more of the season to gel and continue to get better. So, those matches look to be exciting late season.
Focusing on tonight's competition, and again, we're probably going to be having a little bit of a delayed start for the varsity. St. Cloud Tech is celebrating Parents' Night tonight, so the moms and dads of the Tech volleyball players, I believe on all the levels, are going to be recognized before the start of the varsity warm-ups prior to play-by-play. So St. Cloud Tech comes in, and the Tigers in some ways have had a few competitions this year that have mirrored Alexandria in terms of going the distance. I believe 2 of the 3 victories for St. Cloud Tech in the CLC have been 5-set wins. They got one of those against Fergus Falls, and the Tigers got one of those against Detroit Lakes. So Tech and Alexandria have something in common, that they've played 5-set matches against the Detroit Lakes Lakers in the CLC. And, I get the feeling Tech is really excited about having Alexandria come in. We're going to have a nice audience on hand tonight. And I think for some way it's for the Cardinals with some different faces. People such as Greta Suki and, Riley Beyer and, some others that will get some extended playing time in the varsity matches. It's an opportunity for them to prove themselves, knowing that they are going to get that court time. And meanwhile, St. Cloud Tech, I believe, 5-0 coming into tonight's match. So they want to keep this undefeated streak going as long as they can.
Yeah, St. Cloud, as you said, they're 5-0, 3-0 in the conference. So, if you look at the updated conference standings right now, they're right near the top with Wilmer, and I'm sure they still have aspirations of contending for the conference title, and they're going up against the defending conference champs. So I expect St. Cloud Tech to be pretty fired up and ready to go tonight. They probably haven't played some of the better teams in the conference yet. I think you and I were talking on the way down, probably looking at Sauk Rapids, Rice, and Wilmer, maybe a couple of top teams of the conference, but Tech still has something to say about that.
Yeah, and it is interesting. Christy Hewson has been coaching the St. Cloud Tech varsity girls volleyball team, I believe, the entire time I've been here, and I think she was even head coach for several years before I came onto the scene in the 2014-15 school year. But she's pretty upbeat, and I think she's got the feather in the cap from last year, and I know we won't wax nostalgic all night long, but Alexandria's only CLC loss came in this gymnasium last year. So I would think, for the Cardinal volleyball players that were part of that 5-set loss here last year, they would like to, show themselves a little bit better tonight.
Sure, that should be some motivation for the Cards, and as we mentioned, Tech's got plenty of motivation to play for as well. So I anticipate the Cardinals, even though a little bit shorthanded, I anticipate them putting up a good fight.
I have my predictions in my head here, Tim, but is there a possibility that, being that we're doing the Leighton Media broadcast tonight on KXRA Radio and on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel, might the Tigers and the Cardinals play 5 sets for us?
Well, we're 3 for 3, so if there's a possibility, we could be our 4th 5-set match broadcasting.
And you look at it, the Alexandria Cardinals have played 5 conference matches. 3 of those have been 5-setters. St. Cloud Tech has played 3 CLC matches. 2 of those have been 5-setters. So, it's not something that would be out of the ordinary if they were able to find their way to a fifth set.
No, I don't think so. I think you're probably going to expect to see both defenses really covering the court and scrambling to keep the ball alive, and may come down to the team with the fewest hitting errors that ends up being the eventual winner.
We will be featuring varsity volleyball play-by-play again probably early in the 7 o'clock hour. The Parents' Night event has yet to begin. The players for the St. Cloud Tech Tigers on the court right now, and many of their moms and dads will be coming out of the stands as they'll be recognized before the start of varsity warm-ups. And then it's St. Cloud Tech and Alexandria. The Tigers at 5-0. The Cardinals presently at 4-6. And it should be a fun match. We hope you enjoy it tonight, whether you're listening on the radio or joining us for our YouTube coverage, as you can watch on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. Thanks to all of the boosters of our Alexandria Cardinal sports programming that are helping to bring you this evening's broadcast. A special thank you to Jutner Motors for presenting our pregame and pre-match coverage. We're going to take our first break here during the Jutner Motors pregame. When we return to the Granite City, you'll hear my conversation with the head coach of the Alexandria varsity volleyball team. In less than 3 minutes, we'll be getting together with Alexandria Cardinals coach Mary Byrne. Stay tuned for that.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, Rx Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new unused equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center, for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted best real estate company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
We welcome you back to St. Cloud Tech High School with more of our Jutner Motors pre-match coverage. We've got varsity volleyball on the way at 7 as St. Cloud Tech hosts Alexandria in a Central Lakes Conference match. Our pre-match coach's comments are being brought to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. Dave McClurg joined right now by Mary Byrne, the head coach of the Alexandria volleyball team. Mary, I know that Tuesday night did not go as you had hoped. You were mentioning to me a lot of activity even before the first serve went into the air. I know Tim Zupfer gave me some intel that
one player got hurt during pre-match warm-ups, and then it turns out another player also became unavailable that night. How difficult was it trying to cope without Meadow Zimpel and Lila Schlichting available?
Yeah, our first couple sets, we were totally out of sync, and we really let that get to us. The rest of the players on the floor, and we just couldn't get it going, and so just made quite a few sub adjustments in the third set, and we handled them very easily. And then in the fourth set, they made a big run against us, and we just couldn't find our way back. But even though we lost, I think there was a lot of exciting play from some of our younger players, and that's just going to keep getting better and better. So it's exciting to see what may come. Looking forward to a good match tonight from the youngsters.
You know that your team's going to be playing a lot of volleyball over the next 3 days overall. We talk about the conference match against St. Cloud Tech, but then your girls are down in the Twin Cities for the Midwest Volleyball Showcase, playing in the Class 4A division. We'll talk a little bit about that in a bit, but regarding Meadows and Lila's status, are they out indefinitely, or do you have any timeline as to when they might be available again?
Yeah, we were hoping for this weekend, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So I think our next possible time would be for the Moorhead match next Thursday.
Mary, regarding some of the players that were able to get some extended playing time against Wilmer, I think that included Riley Byer and Greta Suki, as well as some of the kids that have been, seeing spot duty off the bench. Were you encouraged with what they were able to provide in Tuesday's match?
Of course they're going to make some mistakes, and everybody's going to make mistakes, but they give 100%. So it's just really exciting to watch them go. They're fearless out there on the court, and it's just going to get better and better. But we really got to work on some chemistry things here, since we didn't bring them up from the JV along with Scarlett Brown. But we're very optimistic of what this team can do yet this year.
Last weekend, your team was down in Marshall to play in the Southwest Minnesota Showcase. I think the Cardinals got to play twice on Friday night and then 3 more times on Saturday. You were sharing with me before we started up the interview that all of those matches your kids played were really competitive, some close set-by-set scores and everything. In spite of a 1-4 record down in Marshall, what are some of the good things that you can take out of that experience down there?
Yeah, we, especially Friday night, we played really well and took care of Burnsville, and then had, I think they were 6th ranked in the state in 4A, Maple Grove, and played them really tight, 26-24, both sets. So I think we were kind of bummed that we didn't take that match from them, and that kind of carried over into Saturday. So we just need to show a little more maturity and move on with our play, no matter what the outcomes are. And that's just going to come with experience, and like I said, become more mature about that, letting those matches go. And it's a long season yet, so we just got to take one match at a time.
I know that you don't get a whole lot of gym time with the ladies this week. I think a Monday practice day and Wednesday practice day, and then competition the rest of the week. I kind of inferred before starting up the interview about the concern of volleyball overload. Do you have a concern as a coach, considering that your girls are still going to play a lot of volleyball over the next 3 days? And how do you come out of that as you approach next week, which ironically is also homecoming week at the high school?
Yeah, no, these kids they're used to playing so many matches in a day with all of their JO and club volleyball. I think it's harder on the coaches than the players. So, it's not going to faze the players. They live for this, and they like playing at the warehouse there in Burnsville. And it's going to be top teams, so we need to see what 4A looks like, and this is going to be a great opportunity for us, and that's how we want to look at it, and really talk to the players about that too, that this is an opportunity. It's not life or death if we win all of our matches, but we need to kind of feel out where we're at, how we sit with this our section and in the fourth class. So we're looking forward to it, and then homecoming is next week, but we just have one match, so get some rest on Monday, and then get back in the gym for a couple of days before Moorhead match on Thursday.
Mary, I don't mean to, jump back to the Southwest Minnesota Challenge, but I know one of your matches down there was against a team in your section. The bracketing was such that Alexandria and St. Michael Albertville were able to play each other, and if you want to get to state in Section 8 of Class 4A, St. Michael Albertville might be a team you have to come across eventually, but how competitive was that match against the defending section champions?
Yeah, there were moments that we, really dominated in that match, but we just made too many errors. So, we feel, and not to take away anything from St. Michael Albertville, but we kind of hurt ourselves throughout that match, and I think our players maybe were a little tense, knowing that that's our new section opponent that went to state last year from our section, so played a little tight. But I'm glad we did match up so that we're not playing like that when it comes down to playoffs.
Our guest right now, as part of our Allemere Health Coaches Commons feature on the Layton Media platforms, is the head coach of the Alexandria volleyball team, Mary Byrne. We've got the Cardinals versus the St. Cloud Tech Tigers coming up in just a little while. Mary, this will be the only time St. Cloud Tech and Alexandria play each other this year, and we're guaranteed not to see them in the postseason because St. Cloud Tech remained in Section 8 AAA. I see Christie's got her team playing some pretty good volleyball right now. I think they've had a couple of 5-set wins in the CLC, as your team has as well, but what are you anticipating out of this match tonight and maybe some of the essentials for Alexandria's success?
Well, we'd certainly like to win since we took a tough one last year here. And so, we have a really tough schedule this year. We don't get to play at home. I don't know if the conference changed, but we don't have, we can't have home and away with all the teams. And it seems like year after year we're playing away a lot. So hopefully that straightens out in future years. But I know it's really tough on the kids. So we're just going to really stay focused on us, handling the ball, and just not hurt ourselves. We're really trying to make sure that we kind of stay in our bubble, know when we can go after it and when we have to play smart, just keep ourselves in the match.
Very good. Are you seeing some signs, because I've heard the term, kind of playing in our own bubble as, kind of a way of staying focused and everything. Are the girls moving in the right direction in that respect?
Well, we're young, so I think they're still trying to understand what I'm talking about, but we'll get there. And I know the juniors and seniors, especially that were in the state tournament last year, we talked about that a lot when we were at the state tournament. So our youngsters, we're all going to make mistakes. I just want them to be aggressive tonight.
Very good. Mary, as always, we wish you and the Alexandria Cardinal volleyball team the very best. Great to connect with you before the match, and have a great match tonight.
Thank you very much.
There is the head coach of the Alexandria Cardinals volleyball team, Mary Byrne. Our special guest is part of our Coaches' Comments, presented to you by Allemere Health. It's better here.
And those coaches' comments are brought to you as part of our pre-match coverage, presented to you by Junkner Motors of Alexandria. Right now we're about 15 minutes away from the first serve of our varsity match with the Alexandria Cardinals facing the St. Cloud Tech Tigers. Again, an active week for Alexandria. Alexandria was at home to challenge Wilmer 2 nights ago, and now a road trip here to the Granite City and then back tonight, and then a road trip to the Twin Cities for the weekend to play in the Class 4A field as part of the Midwest Volleyball Showcase. Tim, I know that Coach Byrne and I talked a little bit off the air. It didn't get included as part of the coaches' comments, but I believe the two opponents that Alexandria play tomorrow are Minneapolis Washburn and Stillwater. Minneapolis Washburn, obviously a city school, and then Stillwater out of, I believe, the Suburban East Conference, but they play in the same conference, I believe, with Park and Woodbury and some of the other schools over in that direction. So it'll be a good barometer that Alexandria will get some extensive competition against teams in their new class.
Yeah, I think that's important because they, other than a non-conference match with Moorhead, I think that's the only non-conference opponent, 4A opponent on our schedule.
So Alexandria will be down in the Twin Cities. Again, the Midwest Volleyball Showcase is a venue in Burnsville, and the Cardinals will be playing down there both tomorrow and Saturday as well. 4-match minimum, and Coach Byrne was actually saying it could actually be up to 4 matches on Saturday, depending on how they do on Friday night. So there could be 5 or 6 matches that Alexandria will log. And Tim, that is plenty of volleyball here, but you know, maybe it's good that next week during homecoming week, the Cardinals won't be making any road trips. Their one opportunity to play Moorhead has the Spuds coming down to Alexandria.
Yeah, I think, you know, I think at that point, I think the coaching staff will, you know, will kind of relish having 3 days of practice before the next opponent, and kids won't be on the road that week, so they'll be able to be involved in all of the homecoming festivities, and so I think that plays out really well. They do have a very tough opponent in Moorhead on Thursday, and that could prove to be a fairly important match come seeding time.
Again, Alexandria and St. Cloud Tech just minutes away from starting tonight's varsity volleyball match. The JV1 match went the Tigers' way, 3 sets, and St. Cloud Tech ended up taking the 3rd set. That was a 15-13 result. So the varsity teams are warming up on the floor right now. You are listening to People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM. We have audio through the Voice of Alexandria app, and you can also watch our coverage tonight as we have the live video streaming on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. You can access that streaming channel when you visit our website, voiceofalexandria.com, and head to the Cardinal Sports page. A number of activities are going on tonight involving the Alexandria Cardinal teams. One other Alexandria team's in the St. Cloud area tonight, and that is the Cardinal girls swimming and diving team. Alexandria is facing the Sauk Rapids Rice Storm. The competition got underway earlier in the 6 o'clock hour at the Sauk Rapids Rice High School pool. The other Alexandria Cardinal teams are at home tonight. That includes the Alexandria girls and boys soccer teams. The girls soccer match between Alexandria and Brainerd should be wrapped up. The boys soccer match will be starting in just a few minutes, and that will wrap up the varsity doubleheader at Alexandria Area High School Stadium. It is youth night at the stadium tonight, so if you are listening and you've got a son or daughter that does play youth soccer in Alexandria, the kids get in free with the wearing of a youth soccer jersey, whether it be the Alexandria youth soccer uniform or a different uniform. And after the varsity game wraps up for the boys match between Alexandria and St. Cloud Tech, around 8:45 or so, fireworks will be featured over the Alexandria Area High School Stadium. So don't be surprised if you hear some booms later on if you're out on the southeast edge of Alexandria near the high school, because as part of the Youth Night celebration for Alexandria Soccer, they do have the post-game fireworks following that doubleheader. We're going to take a break. We do extend our appreciation to Chutner Motors for presenting our pre-match coverage. Again, we will be getting our varsity match underway around 7 minutes or so after the 7 o'clock hour gets underway. Let's now enjoy these words on our latent media platforms from our Alexandria Cardinals Sports Boosters.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website, because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind. Because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat.
As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
KXRA Radio Studio Engineer. And along with Tim Zupfer, this is DMAC Dave McClurg welcoming you to our broadcast of Alexandria Cardinal Volleyball. The Cardinals started the year at 3-0, but victories have been few and far between over the last week for Alexandria. 2 CLC losses to Rocori and Wilmer, and a 1-4 record down in the southwestern part of the state over the weekend has Alexandria now at 4-6 on the year. We will be honoring our country with the presentation of the national anthem, and that will be coming up in just a few minutes. You'll be hearing the recording of the national anthem through the St. Cloud Tech Gymnasium sound system here. And then we'll also have our keys to tonight's match driven by Alexandria Motors. And we'll have the introduction of the starting lineups for the two teams, again presented to you by Alamere Health. And I know Tim Zupfer has been doing some journalistic work, some follow-up, if you will. And Tim, I will let you tell me and the listeners, I believe we have one other player that may have been elevated from junior varsity to wear number 15 in the varsity match. Were you able to get that player identification?
I did. Carly Shalipsik.
Very good. So, all right. Okay, very good. So Carly Shalipsik is the other player that will be coming up to the varsity here. So she would possibly see some court time off the bench. As Coach Byrne mentioned, they will be going younger, especially for the next few days of competition. It's likely that Lila Schlichting and Meadow Zimpel will not be available for any of the matches the rest of this week. It is hoped that Lila and Meadow would be available for the homecoming match against the Moorhead Spuds next week. Let's introduce the keys to tonight's match. Again, they're driven by Alexandria Motors. At the lowest price, always at Alexandria Motors, let's drive. First of all, for the visiting Alexandria Cardinals, Coach Byrne would like to see your team be aggressive. There might be some mistakes that come out of aggression, but I think she felt at times in the last week or so that the team played a little bit tentative, and especially when the lineup went in flux on Tuesday night against Wilmer and the Cardinals had to shift some people around. She would like to see her team have an aggressive mindset and obviously passing the ball around and getting a good pass to the setter. That will be part of the Alexandria Motor keys to tonight's match for Alexandria. Christy Houston is the veteran head coach of the St. Cloud Tech Tigers, and she has been very impressed by the level of resilience that her team has been able to demonstrate so far here in the fall of 2025. She knows that her team's been in some close matches. She expects another one tonight versus Alexandria here at Tech High School, and she wants her team to kind of stay focused in the moment. Don't let a bad result from the previous set carry over into the set that's going on the court. So she's hopeful that the team will have that next ball mentality. And then also she mentioned that serving strong is going to be a key tonight for the St. Cloud Tech Tigers. Again, the keys to the match brought to you by Alexandria Motors, where it's one low price, plain and simple always. Let's drive with Alexandria Motors.
Good evening.
I believe we're about to get the presentation of our national anthem before the introduction of the starting lineup. So we will also, on our latent media platforms, move in that progression. So the lineup introductions will come after tonight's presentation of the national anthem here at St. Cloud Tech High School. Our national anthem is being presented during our broadcast by Carlson Music Center. For all of your musical needs, whether it be band instruments, music lessons, etc., visit online at carlsonmusiccenter.com. carlsonmusiccenter.com. And now we will honor America with the presentation of the Star Spangled Banner, our national anthem. Again, the presentation of the Star Spangled Banner during our broadcast of Alexandria Cardinal activities, presented to you by Carlson Music Center in Alexandria. Let's introduce the starting lineups. First of all, our starting lineup presentation brought to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. The Alexandria Cardinals will have on the court their setter, who is a freshman, Hadley Marty. She'll be distributing to Larkin Rupert, an outside hitter. Sydney Croct, who can play a lot of different spots on the floor. She can attack from the outside and in the middle. Campbell Jensen will attack in the middle for the Alexandria Cardinals. Avery Posel will be on the court for the Cardinals tonight, and 8th grader Scarlett Brown will be in the starting lineup. Outside hitter, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall. When Alexandria uses its libero, that will be Emily Doherty. She will be wearing her white jersey top with the black shorts. All of the other Alexandria players wearing their red jersey tops, white numerals, white lettering on the back of the Alexandria uniform, and the black shorts. St. Cloud Tech's school colors are black and orange, and Christy Hewson will have this lineup on the court tonight. Her setter is Izzy Gleeden. She is a junior. She'll be distributing to the likes of Wesley Shuck, a senior, Ellie Anderson, a senior, Amber Kilinowski, a junior, Reagan Leeser, a junior, and Miracle Jensen, a senior outside hitter. The Tigers will also be using a libero. That is Leah Imdick. As you watch on the YouTube channel, St. Cloud Tech's uniforms are dark. Black jerseys, black shorts, orange numerals, orange lettering on the front of the uniform, and then the players do have their names underneath their numbers on the back of the St. Cloud Tech jersey. The libero, Leah Imdick, will be wearing kind of a gray or silver jersey top to note her as the libero. The presentation of the lineups during our broadcast of Alexandria Cardinal Volleyball brought to you this evening by Alamere Health. As you watch on the YouTube channel, Alexandria will defend the court to our left, which in terms of directions is the west court here in the main gymnasium at St. Cloud Tech High School. No switching benches in between sets as was done pre-pandemic. So Alexandria has its starting six out on the floor. Libero Emily Doherty about set to come into the game. And I believe St. Cloud Tech's libero Leah Imdick will also be coming into the game as well. And we're waiting to see who will exit for the Cardinals. That will be Campbell Jensen going to the bench for libero Emily Doherty. And we'll see who gets the departure for the Tigers. It may be Reagan Leeser. Nope, it's going to be Ellie Anderson going to the bench. So we are just about set for varsity volleyball. Again, for the first four sets, you play up to 25 points, winning margin of 2 points or more. And Alexandria has the first serve of tonight's match. And it will be put over by Hadley Marty. Now a bump set here. It goes into the middle. It'll be volleyed over. Cardinals will run the offense, and the first attack left side is a tip over by Scarlett Brown. Now a play in the middle, but the hit is over the half court, not out of bounds on the swing for Kilinowski, so she does not get her hit in play.
Yeah, a little deep on that hit.
So 1-0 the score in the opening set. Now Hadley Marty will send it over. It gets played up, and again, the Tigers this time will volley it over. Now it's going to be worked to the right side, and the attack by Sydney Croct is dug out. Now a play for St. Cloud Tech, and here's a nice dig by Hadley Marty, and Alexandria eventually volleys it over. Now we're going to have a play in the middle, and contact is going to be made at the net by Alexandria, and we're going to have a side out to St. Cloud Tech.
Yeah, we had a nice block there in the middle of that rally by Posel, and a great dig by Hadley Marty, but unfortunately there gives a point to Tech.
Now it'll be Wesley Shuck sending her serve to libero Emily Doherty, set up by Marty, then the hit right side by Scarlett Brown is dug out. Now the Tigers will attack on their right side, but the hit not placed in by Reagan Leeser, so side out to the Cardinals. We'll see
In for Alec, Larkin Rupert.
Larkin Rupert actually coming in. Rupert actually started on the bench with Maddie Severson in the starting lineup, so one little switch there, and now the Cardinals also bring another substitution as Greta Suki is in to serve. Play comes up, middle attack is going to be out of bounds. So again, St. Cloud Tech having some issues getting the hits in play at the outset.
Yeah, just a little bit wide down the left sideline there.
So it's Alexandria 3, St. Cloud Tech 1. And Greta Suki will deal again. Serve is played by the libero Imdick. Now it'll be a hit from the 10-foot line by the Tigers, but the Cardinals dig it out. Here's an attack left side, and that's good. I think that's Rupert on the strike there for the Alexandria Cardinals. So Gretasuki will continue to serve as Alexandria takes a 4-1 lead.
I believe that's the first kill of the match. I think 3 hitting errors by Tech and a violation by the Cards.
Right. So again, Gretasuki with the opportunity to serve. Now the line serve. It's going to end up being an ace here. For our YouTube audience, let's check that out as Quality Real Estate brings you the instant replay. Strong serve there by Gretasuki ends up being the first ace of the night for Alexandria, and the Cardinals take a 5-1 lead. Now we've got a deep serve played by Imdick, set up here by Izzy Gleeden, and then we get a hit in play. The attack from the left side by Miracle Jensen is good.
And that's the first kill for the Tech Tigers.
And now the Tigers will have the chance to serve, trailing 5-2. And it's going to be a jump serve for Kilinowski. Alexandria receives it. It's played over by Larkin Rupert. Now an attack left side by Miracle Jensen. Goes off the St. Cloud Tech block or off the Alexandria block. Tech is going to get the kill there with Miracle Jensen getting the winner. So that makes the score Alexandria 5, Tech 3 here in this opening set. Now the next serve over for Kilinowski, and it's too long. So Alexandria's back row decided to let that one go by, and it proved to be a good decision.
Yeah, Gretasuki and Emily Doherty with the decision to watch it go long.
Now the Cardinals' Avery Posel will go back to serve as Alexandria has a 6-3 lead here in this first set. Deep serve, but it's going to be played up front. Jensen attacks, but from behind the 10-foot line, she does not get her hit to clear over.
Yeah, so far Cardinals benefiting of some Tech hitting errors.
And Alexandria leads by 4 at 7-3. Set number 1 in a best of 5. Here's a deep serve played by Shuck. Volleyed up by Imdick and then sent over down the line by Miracle Jensen. Alexandria will volley it back. Tech tries to get the offense going quickly, but the hit is out. Again, Miracle Jensen tried to go down the line, but she could not place her hit in.
Yeah, she had room down that line, but she was just wide.
So it's Alexandria 8, St. Cloud Tech 3 here in set number 1. Now a serve is over, and it's going to be played by the Tigers. Again, Jensen's going to attack, and this time she'll bang the ball off the Alexandria block, and it's good for the kill.
Yeah, we had Sydney Kroc there and another teammate with a double block, but they weren't able to turn it back inside.
So now it's an 8-4 lead for the Alexandria Cardinals. Served by Tech, goes over, and the diagonal hit by Larkin Rupert is dug out. Tech scrambling, and the ball will be volleyed over. Now it's going to be played in the middle, and on the defense, I think St. Cloud Tech had somebody make contact at the net on the attack by the Cardinals' Campbell Jensen. It's going to be an Alexandria point.
Yep, net violation by the Tigers. Looks like we had Riley Byer enter in the back row. She'll be our server.
Yep, as Alexandria takes the 5-point lead. Deep serve here, played by the Tigers. Miracle Jensen attacks. Amber Doherty with the dig. Now from the back row, it's volleyed over. Now it's going to be set up to the right side, and the attack will be good. That will be Reagan Leeser on the kill for the Tigers.
Yeah, she was able to get that ball through our block there. We had Campbell Jensen and Larkin Rupert there, but the ball went through our blocker's hands.
So St. Cloud Tech gets the side-out point, and it's now 9-5. Margaret Sanborn will come in as a substitution, playing up front for St. Cloud Tech. Here's the serve by Miracle Jensen. Eventually, the Cardinals send it back over. Play in the middle here. Then it comes volleying back. Ellie Anderson's attack sent back. Now it's going to be sent over. And now a chance here. Larkin Rupert getting it over the Tigers' block, but it's dug out here by the Tigers' Izzy Gleeden. And then we have a back row attack, but that goes out of bounds. So Miracle Jensen not able to get her hit in. Larkin Rupert will check out as Maddie Severson will re-enter for the Alexandria Cardinals.
Scarlett Brown also back in the contest as Greta Suki steps out.
Alexandria by 5 in this opening set. Here's a deep serve, and this one's going long. So back to St. Cloud Tech on the side out. Now we'll have libero Leah Imdick back to serve for the Tigers. St. Cloud Tech has not been able to get much offense off its own serve. Here's an attack sent over by Scarlett Brown, dug out here by Sanborn. Now we're going to have a back row attack. That's kept alive. Maddie Severson's going to volley it over. St. Cloud Tech will try the right side here, and the attack by Reagan Leeser kept alive. Volley back here by Scarlett Brown. Now we're going to have a middle attack, but again, St. Cloud Tech is not able to get the hit in play.
Yeah, we had 2 really nice digs in that rally by Riley Byer to keep the ball alive, and Emily Dory had to run one of those down to keep it alive as well.
11-6 in favor of the Alexandria Cardinals. Now we're going to have an attack that goes over. Play up to the left side, and it's going to be a strike for a kill here for Alexandria Scarlett Brown. And Alexandria will expand on the lead. It's the Cardinals 12, St. Cloud Tech 6. Deep serve here, received in the back row. Now it comes up front. Leeser down the line, but Doherty digs. Now it's to Hadley Marty. Then Scarlett Brown's hit dug out by Imdick. Miracle Jensen takes a swing, but again, the Tigers cannot place the hit in.
Yeah, many of Alexandria's points have come off hitting errors by the Tigers.
And it's now a 7-point lead for the visitors at 13-6. Here comes a deep serve. It's played by Jensen, set up by the Tigers' Izzy Gleeden. Then she finds Ellie Anderson in the middle, who will get the kill.
Yep, she got that one well inside the back line.
So Alexandria 13, St. Cloud Tech 7. And here comes the serve for Reagan Leeser. Now it's going to be returned by Alexandria. And the Tigers send it back over, and it's not going to be returned by Alexandria.
Yeah, an overpass that rolled off the net. Just a fluke play there.
So 13-8 now for St. Cloud, Alexandria over St. Cloud Tech. Reagan Leeser again to serve for the Tigers. Deep serve. Doherty gets it to Hadley Marty. Back setting here, and Avery Posel got stopped up front. I think a double block provided there by Amber Kilinowski and Margaret Sanborn.
Yeah, she just wasn't, after her hit, she just wasn't able to dig it back up.
13-9 now for Alexandria. Doherty gets the next ball to Hadley Marty. Then it comes to Scarlett Brown. Her hit dug out. Now volleyed back over by Brown. Imdick will get it to Gleeden, and in the middle, the hit volleyed back, an overpass, and then on the free ball attack, the hit goes out as it is not put in play.
That left sideline's been our friend.
Yes. So Amber Kilinowski could not get her strike in, and it's back to Alexandria on a side out as the Cardinals now lead 14-9. Now we have a deep serve, and Reagan Leeser is not able to play it to the center. That will be a shank on the serve receive as Alexandria goes on top by 6.
Hadley Marty with the ace.
So Alexandria's had a couple of aces so far tonight. Here's the deep serve received by the Tigers. It comes up to the left side, and Sanborn's hit down the line is going to be good. Alexandria really scrambling to try to keep the ball moving, but the ball stayed away from the net, and it goes back to St. Cloud Tech.
Yeah, good effort by the Cards. They were able to pop it up, but not get it back to the court.
15-10, Alexandria by 5. We are in set number 1 in a best-of-5 for varsity volleyball. Good top spin on the serve by Wesley Shuck. Alexandria plays it. It comes up to the left side, and it's going to be rejected up front. I think that's going to be a double block there. Miracle Jensen and Amber Kilinowski.
Yeah, they've covered the pins pretty well. We might need to attack through the middle.
So it's now 15-11 for Alexandria. Doherty gets the ball to Hadley Marty. Then it comes to the right side. The attack by Brown is good. Scarlett Brown getting the winner there. For those of you watching on the YouTube channel, let's get another instant replay there as Quality Real Estate brings you the real instant replay there. Good strike by Scarlett Brown to get the kill shot. And a side out now to the Cardinals, who lead 16-11.
And that pass was a little closer to the center of the court, too.
Greta Suki in to serve. It's an overpass. Alexandria can play it. It comes to the right side where Sydney Croc's hit is dug out. Now another chance here. Left side attack by Larkin Rupert is kept alive. Now it comes up, and this time Miracle Jensen will get her line shot in play. So St. Cloud Tech is able to record the side out.
Yeah, they were able to run that play with a little more pace. Our blockers, they were able to get that hit before our blockers could get set.
And now Amber Kilinowski will serve for St. Cloud Tech. Serve played in the back row. It comes up to Marty, then the hit by Rupert. Little action on the top of the tape, but Larkin Rupert gets her hit over for the kill.
Yeah, I think, she got blocked, I think, on her last swing. Made a nice adjustment there.
So the Cardinals lead by 5 here in this first set. 17-12, Alexandria. Now a deep serve. It's going to be played by Leah Imdick up to Gleeden. Then the hit by Jensen. Kept off the floor briefly by Polzel, but again, Alexandria was not able to return the ball up to the front and over, so it'll be a kill shot for Jensen.
Yeah, good effort back there by Polzel and the rest of her teammates, but unable to keep the ball up.
Alexandria leading 17-13. Emily Doherty receives the next serve. It's to Marty. Then Rupert with a nice read here, but St. Cloud Tech keeps it off the floor. It's volleyed over by Kilinowski. Now a play in the middle where Campbell Jensen will put it down. For a YouTube audience, let's check that out as Quality Real Estate brings you the instant replay. Campbell Jensen in the middle getting the strike for the kill.
Yeah, Tech player had a nice dig with a pancake there, but Cardinals come up with a point anyway.
18-13 in favor of Alexandria. Here's Riley Byer in to serve now. Miracle Jensen's hit, dug out. Now it comes to the left side. The cross-court hit, good. That's Larkin Rupert on the winner for Alexandria.
Yeah, she's getting a hot hand lately.
And we're going to have a stoppage. It's going to be a timeout called by St. Cloud Tech head coach Christy Husen. We're going to make it a 30-second break of our own. Opening set in varsity volleyball on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Alexandria leads at St. Cloud Tech 19-13.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Welcome back to St. Cloud Tech High School. We will do some readjusting after our first set. I understand our radio signal is not that sound right at the moment here. We do advise you head over to the YouTube channel if you want to get the combination of the audio and the video as well. Alexandria leading by 6, and now we're going to have a ball returned by Alexandria, but Larkin Rupert does not get her hit in. It's going to be an error on the Cardinals and a side out now to St. Cloud Tech.
Yeah, just a little bit long on that swing.
And now Margaret Sanborn is going to come back into play in the front row for the Tigers as Miracle Jensen goes back to serve. Set up, and now a play over by Campbell Jensen, but the Tigers dig it out. Now we're going to have a hit from the back row by Jensen. Cardinals are going to volley it back. Now we're going to have a back set by Izzy Gleeden. Then it comes down the right side, but again, the Tigers not able to get the hit in play. So now Maddie Severson and Scarlett Brown will come back in for the Cardinals. Greta Suki and Riley Byer check out. Alexandria will have the serve as it's 20-14 for Alexandria in this opening set.
Yeah, sometimes the final 5 points here are tough to get. Let's see if these youngsters can pull it out.
And we've got a serve that goes long by Severson. So back to St. Cloud Tech on a side out. And now the Tigers libero Leah Imdick will go back to serve. 5-point advantage for the Alexandria Cardinals. Deep serve here, played by the Cardinals. Campbell Jensen's middle attack dug out. Now we'll have a back row attack, rejected up front.
Campbell Jensen gets a little reprieve there. She gets her swing, her kill shot dug out, but then she gets the ace block for a kill.
Yeah, so a point for the Alexandria Cardinals, who take a 21-15 lead. And now we've got an overpass on the serve received by Tech. Alexandria sets it up. Scarlett Brown's attack is sent over. Now we've got a back row hit by Miracle Jensen, dug out here by Marty. It goes on a bump set for Doherty, and then she'll find Brown on the left side, who goes diagonal with the left side attack, and she puts it over.
Those are 2 big points in a row the Cardinals got.
22-15 now for Alexandria. Emily Doherty back to serve again. Her serve played here, and it ends up being an overpass, and now the Tigers able to put it back over, but Amber Kilinowski does not get her hit in.
Yeah, the overpass must have broke the plane of the net, or the referee felt that the Tech didn't have an opportunity to play that ball.
Now a serve into the net here by Doherty, and it's back to St. Cloud Tech.
Because otherwise on that previous play we might have been called for a over the net or a roofing call, but
so the Tigers with the side out. Here is Reagan Leeser to serve. It's played by Julia Doherty up to Hadley Marty, and then the hit toward the near corner does not get in by Scarlett Brown.
Quarter in the jar there, Dave. It's Emily Doherty.
Yes, Emily Doherty. Yes, that's now, I believe it's now 75 cents at least for the Kangaroo Court fines here. Now we've got a dump over by Hadley Marty on the second ball. Here's an attack by Kilinowski, and she's going to put it over, and that's good for the kill. And that's going to prompt an Alexandria Cardinals timeout. And we're going to make it a 30-second break of our own. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in set number 1 of varsity volleyball. Alexandria leads at St. Cloud Tech, 23-18.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website, because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Alexandria up by 2, but the Cardinals have just taken a timeout, and it's 23-18. The Alexandria Cardinals leading over the St. Cloud Tech Tigers. And another serve here for Reagan Leeser, this time received by Alexandria. Scarlett Brown attacks, and she gets her hit over for the kill.
Yeah, it was off the block and into the net on the Tech side. That was a nice side out coming after the timeout there.
So set point here for Alexandria, leading 24-18. Hadley Marty back to serve. And she serves into the net, so set number 1 not wrapped up quite yet as the Cardinals miss their 4th serve. And now St. Cloud Tech will bring Wesley Shuck in. Here the goal for the Cardinals, get a side out, try to win the set. Alexandria leading 24-19. Deep serve here, played by Maddie Severson to Doherty. Then it's sent over by Sydney Croct. Now a play to the left side, and Miracle Jensen is able to work her way past the Alexandria block to record the kill.
Yeah, they seem to go to her when they feel like they need a point.
Alexandria 24, St. Cloud Tech 20 in set number 1. Now we've got to play over Julia. There's Emily Doherty, so another quarter going in. And we've got a finesse play here. Sydney Croct is able to get it over the block, and that's going to result in point number 25 as Alexandria takes the opening set. We're going to take a 2.5-minute break, and then we'll be back with set number 2. I'm going to connect with our studio engineer, Jackson, back at KXRA, and do a little technical work, and we'll be back with more varsity volleyball from Tech High School after we enjoy these words from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinals sports programming.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel. Go Cardinals!
Resorts Marine in Osakis. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Osakis.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Buildings. Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
There's going to be a little bit of a delay as a result. Is about to begin in prep volleyball at St. Cloud Tech High School. DMAC Dave McClurg joined by Tim Zupfer and our videographer JP Boleen, who's doing the live video streaming for the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. Alexandria won the opening set by a score of 25-20, and now St. Cloud Tech will have the first serve to begin set number 2. Again, St. Cloud Tech 5-0 going into tonight's match. First serve of the second set is by Wesley Shuck. Alexandria sends it over, and I believe on the follow-through, Scarlett Brown may have been called for bumping at the net, so we're going to have a point here for St. Cloud Tech. 1-0 for the Tigers here in the second set. Shuck will send her next serve over. It's on a line. Maddie Severson sends it over on a pass. Now it's going to be played. Miracle Jensen able to bang it off the block, and Jensen will record the kill, and she's approaching double figures in kills, and we're very early here in this second set.
Yeah, she cut that one right down the net line.
So it's Alexandria trailing St. Cloud Tech 2-0 in this second set. Serve with top spin, and it's going to be played away from the net. And an ace for Wesley Shuck.
Yeah, some errors here by the Cardinals giving Tech some momentum.
So 3-0 for the Tigers, and Wesley Shuck, the senior, will continue to serve. Serve is going to go long, and this time Maddie Severson decided to let it go, and good decision on her part. Side out to Alexandria. Here's libero Emily Doherty going back to serve here for the Cards. Alexandria won the opening set by 5, 25-20. Floater serve here. Leeser gets it to Gleeden. Now it's going to be volleyed over by Miracle Jensen. Alexandria with the play in the middle. Campbell Jensen's hit is dug out. Now Jensen looks to attack. Doherty digs it out. Now to the left side. The attack is off a deflection. No, they're going to rule that the ball was hit out and no touch by St. Cloud Tech.
I think that last attack was by Posel rather than Jensen.
Yes, that is correct. Avery Posel in the middle for Alexandria. So my error on the call. So.
Checking with the line judges to see if there was a touch. Oh, they had one.
Now they will rule a touch. So I think ultimately Avery Posel got a swing, and then Scarlett Brown will get the kill. And a side out, or actually...
That was a service point for Emily Doherty.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. 3-2 now, Alexandria down. Here's a short serve. It comes up front. Kilinowski hit one into the block. Gleeden's going to get it over to Miracle Jensen. And I think too many touches by St. Cloud Tech, as I think Jensen's finesse shot did not clear the net.
Yeah, I think they did rule a touch on the Cardinal block, but they still weren't able to play it over.
So now 3-3 of the score here in set 2. Emily Doherty's next serve is too long. Alexandria now with 5 missed serves in the match. St. Cloud Tech has missed 2 serves so far. Amber Kilinowski will serve for St. Cloud Tech. Floater serve here, played in the back row, set up by Hadley Marty. The hit by Scarlett Brown dug out. Now we're going to have a play over to Miracle Jensen on the left side, and the Cardinals keep the ball moving, tipped over by Maddie Severson. Now the Tigers with the play. Reagan Leeser's going to volley it over. Alexandria will work it over to the left side. Scarlett Brown's hit over the block. St. Cloud Tech with the play, and here's a double block, but the ball off the block goes out of bounds, so Miracle Jensen will get credited with the kill.
Yeah, actually good effort by our blockers there. Just slightly wide of that right sideline.
5-3 now the score for St. Cloud Tech here in set 2. Here's a serve received by the Cardinals, played over by Brown. Now Kilinowski will tee up, and she cannot get her hit in.
Yeah, another hitting error by the Tigers.
Riley Byer will check out. Sydney Croct re-enters for the Alexandria Cardinals. Hadley Marty will now be the server for Alexandria. Serve played by the Tigers, and it ends up being an overpass on the set. Tip goes back over. Now the Tigers will volley it back. Now Maddie Severson gets it to Marty, then up to the right side, and the hit is good.
Not away.
Sydney Croct has not had a whole lot of swings tonight against St. Cloud Tech. Not getting a lot of hits in, so Alexandria got a lot of first set points on side outs, but Croc records the kill there.
She had a little slower start kill-wise at Wilmer, but she'll heat up.
Now we've got Miracle Jensen getting a good set from Izzy Gleeden, and Jensen goes down the line left side to record the kill. And it is now 6-5 for St. Cloud Tech. Alexandria won the opening set by a score of 25 points to 20. Now the serve by Izzy Gleeden, worked up front, sent over by Scarlett Brown, and the ball dug out. Now we've got a play right side, and it's going to be Leeser getting the kill for St. Cloud Tech.
Yeah, she found an open piece of the court back in the left corner there.
So the Tigers have a 2-point lead. St. Cloud Tech has had a couple of short spurts to get the lead, only to see Alexandria tie it up. Now Tech's up by 2. Here's Doherty getting the ball to Hadley Marty. Then the diagonal shot by Croct. Off a deflection, kept alive. Gleeden will volley it over. Doherty will get it to Marty. Quick swing by Avery Posel. It's dug out. Now we've got a play by Leeser, and Leeser will take the line shot on the right side and put it down.
Yeah, she's hit each corner. She hit the back left corner and now the back right corner.
So the Tigers have a lead of 3, and that's going to prompt Alexandria head coach Mary Byrne to take a timeout, and we will make it a 30-second break of our own. Alexandria leads the match 1-0. Game 2 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard has St. Cloud Tech leading the Cardinals 8-5.
Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Along with Tim Zuffer, this is DMAC Dave McClurg, JP Boline, our videographer. We are all on location at St. Cloud Tech High School, where Alexandria leads the match in varsity volleyball 1-0, but the Tigers have a Game 2 lead at 8-5. Izzy Gleeden's serve is received by Maddie Severson to Marty. Then the left side attack by Croct is dug out. Gleeden's going to set it up to Miracle Jensen, and Jensen will record another kill. And unofficially, I have Miracle Jensen now in double figures with 10 kill shots tonight.
We need a side out to get her to the back row.
Yeah, a good suggestion. Let's hope that wish comes true here. Izzy Gleeden again to put the ball in play. Serve played by Julia Doherty, set up by Hadley Marty. Then the line shot by Croct is deflected. St. Cloud Tech keeps the ball moving, and Miracle Jensen this time does not get her hit in play. Well, Tim, there's the side out.
Yeah, that was, they had a little run there and came out of the timeout and able to get the side out that we needed.
Now Larkin Rupert and Greta Suki will come back in for Alexandria. Greta Suki will be back to serve with her team down by 3 in set 2. Serve is on a line. Jensen gets it to Gleeden. Then it comes back to Miracle Jensen. Kind of a push shot dug out by Marty. Then it goes to Suki. Then an attack, and it's volleyed into the net. So Rupert will get the kill for the Alexandria Cardinals.
Yeah, and where it hit the net, I think it was actually outside the antenna, so the ball was out at that point too.
9-7 now the score for St. Cloud Tech in the second set. Here's another serve by Greta Suki, played by Imdick, up to Izzy Gleeden. Now a middle attack by Leeser, dug out by Doherty. Here's the back set, and the tap on the right side got rejected up front as Scarlett Brown Sydney Croc found access denied there.
Yeah, she needed to get that ball up over the blockers and wasn't able to.
So it is now 10-7 for the St. Cloud Tech Tigers. Here's Miracle Jensen with the serve. The Cardinals play it. Rupert will have to volley it over. St. Cloud Tech will try the right side. Reagan Leeser got stopped, and I think we're going to have, evidently not a block, but at St. Cloud Tech's third attack, or the third touched the top of the net and did not clear.
Yep.
So side out to Alexandria. And the Cardinals have Avery Posel serving. Her serve played by the Tigers. Now a back row attack by Miracle Jensen, and she finds an opening in the back row.
Yeah, she's had a big night.
Yeah, I think if St. Cloud Tech hopes to stay undefeated in matches this year, Miracle Jensen's going to be a major player to make that happen. 11-8 for St. Cloud Tech. Ball comes up, and here's a right side attack by Sydney Croct. Deflected by the Tigers, but the Tigers not able to play it back over.
Yeah, I think she did a nice job of reading the blockers there. She took a little bit different angle with that hit, able to hit it off the blockers out of bounds.
So it is now a 11-9 lead for the St. Cloud Tech Tigers. We've got a play right side, and Reagan Leeser strikes with that left hand, and she'll record the kill for St. Cloud Tech.
Yeah, as a lot of teams do with the left-hander, they like to put her at the right pin, and she's had some successful kills, especially this set.
Tech 12, Alexandria 9. Those are the numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard here in the second set. Now we've got a line serve by Leeser, played up to the front, and a dump over by Hadley Marty, and that's going to be good. Let's see that again for our YouTube audience as Quali Real Estate brings you the instant replay. Alexandria receiving the last serve, but it ends up being Hadley Marty. Gets a tip for a kill, sending it over on the second ball. Now Scarlett Brown will come back into the front row as she'll spell Greta Suki.
Hadley's able to do that because she's in the front row now.
And we'll have Larkin Rupert back to serve here for Alexandria. St. Cloud Tech receives, and the right side attack by Amber Kilinowski, angling it toward the middle, and she'll record the kill.
Yeah, they ran the little slide play there, I think.
So it is 13-10. Maddie Severson will return to play in the back row as Rupert will check out. Meanwhile, Margaret Sanborn saw some court time up front. She'll head to the bench as we'll have Wesley Shuck back in for St. Cloud Tech. Here's a line serve played in the back row by Riley Byer up to Hadley Marty. Then the diagonal hit is good. Nice work on that left side by the Cardinals' Scarlett Brown. As you're watching on YouTube, another Quali Real Estate instant replay. Good ball movement by Alexandria, leading to the Scarlett Brown kill.
Yeah, the Cardinals have done a pretty good job of getting side outs here, but we haven't gotten on a service run yet in this set.
Let's see if Julia Doherty can try it. Nope, she went with a serve that was going to be short, but it was too short.
Yeah.
And back to St. Cloud Tech. So the Tigers now lead 14-11. And it's going to be Amber Kilinowski serving long here for the Tigers.
Yeah, good communication there between Maddie Severson and Riley Byer to let that one go.
So now the Cardinals get the side out, trailing 14-12. Here's Hadley Marty to serve. Line drive serve played by Miracle Jensen, set up by Gleeden. It comes back to Jensen. Her hit off a deflection. Doherty digs, feeds to Marty. Then the hit off the top of the net by Scarlett Brown. Play by the Tigers, and Jensen got rejected. Tech will reload. Jensen again got it over the block. Nice dig for Alexandria. Now it's going to be sent back over. Here is a play in the middle for the Tigers. Kilinowski able to get it away from the block, or actually that's Ellie Anderson getting it away from the block for the kill. But Tim, some props there to Hadley Marty. I think she was the one that got to the floor to dig up one of those balls.
Yeah, and we also had a nice block during that rally, but Tech keeping the ball alive.
15-12 now for the St. Cloud Tech Tigers, and now the lead grows to 16-12.
All right, we got to have that side out and keep it close enough to make our little service run.
Yep, Izzy Gleeden to serve again. Serve received by Emily Doherty. I'll get it right yet, but now an attack here by Reagan Leeser, dug out. Cardinals will try their left side. It's tipped over. Now Gleeden's going to feed it to Miracle Jensen. Her hit off a block. Tech will reload, trying Reagan Leeser on the right side. Her shot dug out by Doherty. Now a play over by Scarlett Brown. Now the attack left side, and Miracle Jensen is going to get the winner for St. Cloud Tech.
Both teams worked hard during that rally, but unfortunately Tech getting the point.
And it's a timeout being called here by Alexandria head coach Mary Byrne. We're going to make it a 30-second break along our platforms here. Alexandria leads the match by a set, but in set 2 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, it is Alexandria trailing St. Cloud Tech 17-12.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow.
At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
St. Cloud Tech's Izzy Gleeden will continue to serve for the Tigers. St. Cloud Tech has now moved to a 5-point advantage. It's the Tigers 17, the Alexandria Cardinals 12. And Izzy Gleeden's serve is received by Julia Doherty. Worked up to the front left side attack by Sydney Croc. Dug out. Now we're going to have a back set here by Wesley Shuck, and now it's going to be played back over. Here's Sydney Croc's attack dug out. Reagan Leeser is going to hit it over the block, and she'll find a spot in the middle of the Alexandria half court to get the winner.
Yeah, she was able to get that over our blockers and in front of our back rope.
And it's St. Cloud Tech 18, Alexandria 12. The Cardinals have now used all their timeouts here in the second set, so they'll need to try to generate a rally without getting any more timeouts. Here's a deep serve, Julia Doherty. Emily Doherty puts it up, and the hit is over by Scarlett Brown, and the ball is not going to be returned by the St. Cloud Tech Tigers. So side out to the Alexandria Cardinals. Larkin Rupert will re-enter. Greta Suki will re-enter as well. It's Greta Suki going back to serve for Alexandria.
See if she can get on a little run here.
She did have 3 service points in a row, including an ace as part of the set 1 victory. Here's the serve received by Imdick up to Gleeden, then the attack by Miracle Jensen into a block, sent over on a free ball. Now the high set to the right side, and the hit by Croc kept alive, and it'll be volleyed back over. Now the ball played by Greta Suki up to Hadley Marty. The diagonal hit again dug out by St. Cloud Tech. Now returned by the Tigers. Doherty with the dig. Now it comes up. Rupert's hit gets dug out. Now a load to the left side, and the hit is off the block by Miracle Jensen, but Alexandria in defending had somebody make contact at the net.
Boy, Alexandria was in control for most of that point, but none of credit Tech's defense with 3 fantastic digs in that rally.
Yeah, and out of it, St. Cloud Tech gets the side out. 19-13 now for the Tigers, and Miracle Jensen will serve long, so Alexandria will get it back on the side out. Now libero Julia Doherty will leave. Tim, I think I'm gonna end up probably having to pay about $5 in the kitty tonight.
Yeah, you didn't catch yourself on another one of them.
Yeah, I cannot get it out of my head now. I'll admit that. Now we've got an attack by Reagan Leeser that's going to go long, so Alexandria will have the opportunity to serve here.
That's their first service point in a while.
Yep, and it will be Avery Polsel serving again for the Cardinals. Line serve here. Imdick gets it to Gleeden into the middle, and the hit rejected back. Oh, a double block up front by the Cardinals. I think it was Jensen and Rupert.
Yeah, I think it was actually Jensen that was the one that put it down. But when there's 2 people there, I think they get credited for the double block in the stats.
So 19-16 the score. Alexandria now closing some ground. Deep serve here. Jensen gets it to Gleeden. Then the attack left side by Sanborn dug out. Now we've got a play in the middle. Campbell Jensen sends it over. Gleeden, now a back row attack by Jensen. That's dug out. Greta Suki gets it to Marty. Then the tip over by Rupert. Now an attack right side, and this time Reagan Leeser is able to work through the Alexandria block, and she'll record the kill.
Yeah, she went down the line on that one rather than cross court.
Alexandria leading 20-16, or trailing 20-16 here in this second set. And the serve here for Ellie Anderson is dug out. Cardinals work it to the right side, and Sydney Croc got stonewalled up front.
Yeah, off the block and hit the line on our side of the net for Tech point.
I think Amber Kilinowski and Margaret Sanborn teamed up for that block. 21-16 now for St. Cloud Tech. Now we've got to play left side. The attack by Larkin Rupert, dug out here by Ellie Anderson. It comes up. Sanborn's going to send it over. Now Alexandria with the play to its left side, and Rupert's going to send it down the line for the kill.
Yeah, nice play by her. She had the ball over with the initial pass to the setter, and then back to her for the kill.
Alexandria trailing 21-17, and Riley Byer now back into the game. And she'll be the one serving here for Alexandria. St. Cloud Tech receives, play in the middle. It's rejected up front.
Campbell Jensen, I think, with the ace block that time.
Yep, good work there by Campbell Jensen. And Alexandria closes to within 3. It's 21-18. And another serve here for Riley Byer. This one nearly an ace, brought up by Sanborn. Kind of an off pass. Now the loft over. Play in the middle. Campbell Jensen got blocked, and the Cardinals are not able to dig it out and bring it up. I think the ace block there will be for the St. Cloud Tech Tigers. That may be Kilinowski there.
Yeah, good defensive play.
And now Reagan Leeser will serve. Played by the Cardinals, and the left side attack is good. I think that was Jensen putting it over for the Alexandria Cardinals. Don't forget, once we wrap up our second set, we'll have our mid-game report brought to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods in Alexandria.
Scarlett Brown back in for Greta Suki.
Now it's Larkin Rupert serving. It comes up. Sanborn's hit is going to be good from the left side. Cardinals were able to get a dig, but the ball went away from the net rather than toward the net. So now we're going to have substitution. Wesley Shuck in for St. Cloud Tech, leading 23-19. The Tigers are looking to even this match after Alexandria won the first set by 5. Deep serve, Maddie Severson gets it, Riley Byer has it, and it'll be volleyed over by Jensen. Now the play here by St. Cloud Tech, and a hit by Miracle Jensen off a block. The Cardinals will try their left side, and the hit is good. Boy, I tell you, young Scarlett Brown having some good moments tonight, Tim.
I think I've seen her swing with both arms.
So a side out to Alexandria. Cardinals down by 3. Now I believe it's going to be Campbell Jensen serving. Deep serve. Played by St. Cloud Tech. It comes up to Miracle Jensen, and she'll go with the line shot there for the kill. So a set point chance here for St. Cloud Tech. And it'll be Kilinowski back to serve. Her serve with some top spin, and she's going to deal an ace to get St. Cloud Tech into the winner's circle here in the second set. So we're guaranteed a minimum of 4 sets here at St. Cloud Tech High School as we move into our mid-game report presented to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods in Alexandria. Open 7 days a week for your shopping convenience from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Live, love, local. That's Eldon's Fresh Foods. Tim Zupfer, Alexandria and St. Cloud Tech have traded sets so far. Ironically, 25-20 has been the final score. The visitors got the opening set. Tech countered. It seems to me that offensively, Tech has done a nice job at cleaning up its offense. They had bundles of chances to score points in that first set that just went awry due to unforced errors.
Yeah, they had a lot of hitting errors in that first set, and Cardinals took advantage. Tech made a little mini run there right before Coach Byrne called the timeout in that second set, but we played them even or a point or two better throughout the rest of that set, but they got up early on us, and we just weren't able to make a run of our own in that second set.
I know that Mary Byrne mentioned as part of the Juntner Motors pre-match show, she wanted to see her team come out and be aggressive, don't play tentative. Are you seeing that out of the Cards tonight?
Yeah, first of all, Greta Suki and Riley Byer, along with Emily Doherty, who's in there as the libero. I think they're playing along with Maddie Severson has been pretty solid in the back row, and you've gotten Larkin Rupert and also Scarlett Brown. Probably lead us in kills right now, and we look to us maybe to go a little bit more to Campbell Jensen and even Avery Posel. And I still expect that you'll see Sydney Kroc step it up here in this set as well.
So now it becomes a best of 3 with Alexandria and St. Cloud Tech all even in sets 1 at 1-1. Our thanks to Eldon's Fresh Foods for presenting our mid-game report. Tim and I will be back with the third set of Alexandria Cardinal girls volleyball from St. Cloud Tech High School next.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
Our match now even at 1-1, and Alexandria will have the first serve to get set number 3 underway, and it will be Hadley Marty at the serving line. Again, as you're watching on our YouTube channel tonight, Alexandria serving left to right on your screen. The first attack by Amber Kilinowski is dug out, but the ball goes into the net off the dig, so Kilinowski will record the kill. And St. Cloud Tech will now serve.
Yeah, we dug that ball up, but just couldn't quite get it to our setter.
Now it'll be Kilinowski going back to serve for the Tigers. Line serve, Emily Doherty receives it. Now it's going to be played up to the left side. Sydney Croc's attack dug out. Now Miracle Jensen returns it. Now we've got a play to the right side, and the attack here by Kroc kept alive. Now Miracle Jensen is going to work it through the Alexandria defense and record a kill for St. Cloud Tech.
Yeah, she's really a nice player and having a very good night.
Yep, Miracle Jensen, a senior outside hitter for the Tigers. And now we have some communication breakdown in the back row. Copyright Led Zeppelin, and it's going to be an ace here for Amber Kilinowski to give the Tigers a 3-0 lead. Maddie Severson will check out, and we're going to have Ella Eisel coming in, and she'll play in the back row for Alexandria. Here's the serve as Emily Doherty gets it to Hadley Marty. Now up to the left side. Then the hit is over, volleyed back, but it's going to be a strong shot for a kill there for Alexandria.
Yeah, the ball came over, but outside the antenna, out of bounds.
Now we'll have a couple of substitutions. Larkin Rupert coming back in to play in the front row, and Greta Suki going back, and she'll serve. Alexandria down 3-1 in the pivotal third set with the match even 1-1. Now we've got a deep serve here. Low pass on serve receive. It does come up. Miracle Jensen's hit dug out. Now we've got a tap over, and Avery Posel is going to get the kill for Alexandria.
Oh, first of all, a really nice dig by Doherty, but an even better adjustment by Hadley Marty to be able to set that ball up for the kill.
And the Cardinals now trail by a score of 3-2. Greta Suki cannot get her serve in, and it goes back to the St. Cloud Tech Tigers. 4-2 lead now for Tech here in set number 3. Serve comes over, Emily Doherty gets it to Marty, then Larkin Rupert takes the swing, that gets dug out. Now we've got an attack left side. Reagan Leeser got blocked, and now the reload here, but the Tigers are not able to get it over, and it will be a point for Alexandria on the side out.
I think Avery Posel gets credit for that block for a kill.
So Alexandria now trails by 1, 4-3. Again, the Cardinals without Meadow Zimpel and Lila Schlichting tonight. Avery Posel will be the server, and it's going to be an ace. Well done by Avery Posel, and Quality Real Estate brings you the instant replay if you're watching on our YouTube channel tonight, as Posel deals the ace to level the score at 4-4. Another line serve and a shank, but it's going to be kept alive. Libero Leah Imdick will volley it over. Now the Cardinals try to run the offense, and I think the ball got too close to the tape, and I think it was batted over and contact was made at the net.
Yeah, I think Hadley's in the front row, but I think playing that ball forced her to contact the net.
So side out to St. Cloud Tech, which goes up 5-4. Miracle Jensen serve played by Emily Doherty up to Hadley Marty. Nicely done on a short set. Let's check out another instant replay as Quality Real Estate brings that to you on our YouTube channel. Good quick set there. Hadley Marty getting it. Campbell Jensen for the finish. 5-5 now our score. Riley Beyer in for the Alexandria Cardinals. Deep serve here, played by Jensen to Gleeden, now to Leeser, and her hit goes out on the left side attack.
Yeah, it was just wide. I think they're looking for a touch, but I think that ball went off the net and then wide on the sideline.
I should say Reagan Leeser attacking from her team's right side, Alexandria's defensive left side. So the Cardinals take the lead at 6-5. Riley Byers' next serve, played by Imdick. Now to Gleeden, or actually not to Gleeden, but it does get to Miracle Jensen after it's passed to her by Reagan Leeser. Now Leeser with a swing. That gets dug out by Riley Beyer. Now we've got an attack by Rupert. That's dug out. Leeser attacks again. That's blocked. Tech will reload. Leeser again getting it over the block this time for the kill. Boy, Alexandria's defense was quite stout, Tim, but finally Leeser adjusted and got it over the block.
Yeah, our defense continues to, actually she's getting stronger, but nice read by Leeser.
And now Leah Imdick will serve for St. Cloud Tech. Here's an attack, and Rupert goes down the line on the left side to record the winner. Larkin Rupert, the kill shot for Alexandria as the sophomore puts it down. And now she'll go back to the serving line to try to help build on Alexandria's 7-6 lead.
Yeah, started with a nice pass by Greta Suki.
Here's a serve. Jensen will play it to Gleeden. Then a hit from the 10-foot line by Miracle Jensen does not go over. And Alexandria has a 2-point lead. The Cardinals 8, the St. Cloud Tech Tigers 6. Set number 2 of our varsity match. Set number 3, I should say. We're even at 1-1. Here's a ball played up to the right side. Reagan Leeser got it over the block. Emily Doherty with the dig. Here's an attack by Scarlett Brown. Imdick keeps it moving. Then to Margaret Sanborn. Then Imdick will volley it over. Cardinals try to run quickly. And here is Campbell Jensen getting a good quick set. And Jensen will get the winner.
Yeah, I think we got to, especially when we can go that quickly, we get, she's got one of our stronger arms swinging, and you get that good quick pass. The defense can't set up the block.
9-6 now for Alexandria here in set 3. Deep serve played by Leah Imdick. Up to Gleeden. Another back row attack by Jensen. Dug out by Beyer. Up to Hadley Marty. Then the hit off the block and good for the 8th grader Scarlett Brown. And the Cardinals build the lead to 4. It's Alexandria 10, St. Cloud Tech 6. And that's going to prompt a timeout called by Tech head coach Christy Hewson. And we're going to go to the break. Again, the match is all even 1-1. Set 3 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard has Alexandria leading at St. Cloud Tech 18-13.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
Let's reconfirm the score here at St. Cloud Tech High School as we come back to the action. A serve by Larkin Rupert goes long, and that will narrow the Alexandria lead down to 3. It is St. Cloud Tech 10, Alexandria 7. Now Reagan Leeser will be back to serve for the Tigers. Alexandria with the play, and Emily Doherty will have to send it over. Now we've got a middle attack. That's going to be off a block. Here is an attempt left side by Scarlett Brown, but St. Cloud Tech is able to engineer a double block here. I think that was Ellie Anderson and then Reagan Leeser coming up to assist on the block. So it's now a 2-point Cardinal lead at 10-8. Then a missed serve will increase the lead to 3. Side out to Alexandria. Now it'll be Campbell Jensen to serve here for the Alexandria Cardinals.
Ella Eisel came in the previous rotation.
Here's a serve on a line, and it's too long on the attempt by Jensen.
Yeah, just a little bit too long. Actually, you know, we've had some strong serving this set that I think has been effective, but you also risk some missed serves doing that as well.
Margaret Sanborn goes to the bench as Wesley Shuck is back in for St. Cloud Tech. Here's a good top spin on the serve, and it will not be returned for the Alexandria Cardinals. It's an ace for Shuck. And now the lead for the visitors is down to 1. It's Alexandria 11, St. Cloud Tech 10.
Yeah, Tech responding out of that timeout with a couple side outs and a service point.
So now Shuck will deal again for the Tech Tigers. And her serve is into the net. So the Cardinals will get it on a side out. Missed serves tonight, 6 for St. Cloud Tech, 9 for the Alexandria Cardinals. Hadley Marty will be the server here for the Cardinals. This one is on a line. Leah Imdick gets it to Izzy Gleeden. Up to the right side, and the hit by Kilinowski down the line is good. So Kilinowski will put it down on the pound. Now we'll have Imdick checking out as Ellie Anderson plays in the front row. Kilinowski will now be the server for St. Cloud Tech. Deep serve here, played by Riley Byer up to Hadley Marty. Then the left side attack by Sydney Croct is dug out. Miracle Jensen will strike, and Jensen will record the kill. Tim, this is kind of scary. It seems like Miracle Jensen has found her favorite spot on the floor, attacking from the left side.
Yeah, I think some of those hits were long and wide in that first set, but she's been successful in sets 2 and 3.
And now we're going to have a ball played away from the net. Alexandria may get it over on the volley, and it is sent over by Avery Polsel. Now we've got to play up to Jensen. Her shot dug out by Marty. A bump set by Emily Doherty. Then Sydney Croct is going to come through.
Yeah, she went cross. She kind of cut that shot cross court.
And as you watch on YouTube, Quality Real Estate bringing you another instant replay. We'll have Larkin Rupert playing up front as the substitution, and Greta Suki re-entering for Alexandria. 13-12, the Cardinals have the lead. Here's a near ace. The ball popped up and then volleyed over. Played here by Greta Suki. Now to Marty, then the hit by Rupert into a block. Bump set, Rupert's gonna get it over the block, dug out by Jensen. Now a play in the middle, Ellie Anderson's hit dug out. Doherty with the bump set here for Sydney Croct, and Croct will get the winner for the Cardinals.
Yeah, 2 hits in a row where she's gotten that cut shot in for a kill.
So Alexandria takes a 14-12 lead. Each team has traded 25-20 set wins. Alexandria in the first set, St. Cloud Tech in set 2. Now we're going to have a serve that goes long. Not in play for the Alexandria Cardinals. And back to St. Cloud Tech.
Yeah, the float serve just a little deep.
So the Tigers down by 1, 14-13. Now we've got a serve played by Emily Doherty up to the front. Quick set by Marty. In the middle to Avery Posel, and Posel will put it away.
Yeah, we've gotten a couple points out of the middle, as I hoped we were going to look to do a little bit more of.
Now Posel will be the server for the Alexandria Cardinals. 2-point lead for the visitors. Serve played by Shuck, now to Gleeden, then Miracle Jensen skid off a block, kept alive, and it will not be returned. The second ball got too close to the net, and the Cardinals were not able to play it off the net, so Miracle Jensen will get credited with the kill.
Yeah, nice effort by Larkin Rupert and her teammates, but unable to keep that ball up.
So the Tigers will look to tie it up on a Miracle Jensen serve. Low pass on serve receive, and the Cardinals are unable to get it over. So a strong serve there by the Tigers has tied this set up. And that's going to prompt a timeout, this time being called by the head coach of the Alexandria Cardinals, Mary Byrne. So we're going to make it a 30-second break on our latent media platforms. The match is even at 1, and set 3 is also even. Glenwood State Bank School Board and girls volleyball in St. Cloud. Tech and Alexandria are tied at 15 all.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website, because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
A tight third set, and right now Alexandria and St. Cloud Tech are all even at 15. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Prep volleyball on the latent media platforms, including KXRA Radio and the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. Miracle Jensen will continue to serve for St. Cloud Tech in a 15-15 tie. Now Sydney Crocht has her serve go over. Jensen attacks from the back row. It's dug out by Greta Suki. Now Larkin Rupert will redirect. Her hit dug out. Reagan Leeser tees up, and she got blocked. Was that Campbell Jensen again for the Cardinals, Tim?
It was Larkin Rupert also there, but I think it was Campbell that got both hands on the ball.
Now Riley Byer will re-enter as a substitution for Alexandria, which takes a 16-15 lead. There's a serve. It ends up being an overpass, and the Cardinals have to scramble, and it will be volleyed over by Jensen. Now Tech with the play up to the left side. Margaret Sanborn got blocked. Sanborn, I think, rejected up front.
Yeah, it was a double block again. I know Campbell Jensen was involved. It's probably Marty as well.
Yeah, so Marty and Jensen on the double block there. So another serve here for Riley Byer. Short serve, it goes over. Now the Cardinals will play it. Jensen will get it to the left side. Rupert got it away from the block. St. Cloud Tech will have a back row attack by Jensen. That's played by Alexandria. Rupert will tee it up, and her shot is a little bit too long over the half court.
Boy, Tech again having some nice digs on both sides actually, but I thought we had control of that point, but unfortunately it went Tech's way.
So it's 17-16, Alexandria with the lead, Tech with the serve. Larkin Rupert's hit comes off a block, Jensen with the dig. Now Reagan Leeser looks to attack, and she will use the Alexandria block as a target, and Leeser will get the kill.
Yeah, our double block was there with Larkin and Jensen, but unable to turn it back into the court.
So we're tied at 17, and Leah Imdek will serve again. Serve played by the Cardinals' Greta Suki to Hadley Marty, and then change of pace shot there, and the Cardinals get the kill. And Alexandria will go on top 18-17. Here's Larkin Rupert serving for the Cardinals. Line serve. Jensen will get it up to Gleeden. Now the attack by Amber Kilinowski is dug out. Scarlett Brown with the play, but she does not get her hit over the net.
Yeah, she had a nice dig there, and her hit was just a little shy.
So tied at 18. Ella Eisel's going to come in to play some back row for Alexandria after Larkin Rupert served. So tied at 18. And now we'll have Reagan Leeser back at the line. Cardinals with the play, but it'll be volleyed over by Hadley Marty. St. Cloud Tech can run the offense, and it comes into the middle where Amber Kilinowski will record the kill.
Yeah, that serve got us out of system a little bit, and then Tech able to take advantage.
So it's now a 1-point lead for the Tigers at 19-18. Winner of this set goes up in the best of 5, 2-1. Byer gets the ball to Marty, and then a quick set. Campbell Jensen gets it over. Now Kilinowski's hit dug out. We're going to have a play left side for Scarlett Brown. That's kept alive. Now back row volley by St. Cloud Tech. Jensen gets it to Marty, then Campbell Jensen on the slide, hit off the top of the tape. Tech digs it out. Then we've got a rejection, and again, Campbell Jensen trying to create a block party here in St. Cloud. Jensen getting her hands on another Tech attack.
Yeah, a little redemption there. She got her potential kill shot block and dug up, and she gets the ace block.
So tied at 19, and Jensen will go back to serve. Deep serve, Imdick gets it to Gleeden. Now a slide right side. Amber Kilinowski coming over, and she'll get the winner.
Yeah, she's had some big points this set.
Now Jensen will head to the bench. Emily Doherty, the libero, returns for Alexandria. Meanwhile, Margaret Sanborn will check out. Wesley Shook will re-enter. Shook at the serving line now for the Tigers. Serve is on a line. Doherty with a low pass. Hadley Marty gets it over to Avery Posel, and Posel will put it away. Again, for our YouTube audience, let's check out the replay. Instant replays brought to you by Quality Real Estate. Good work, and again, another quick set for Alexandria to lead to that Posel kill.
Oh, great reactions by Hadley Marty.
And now the serve by Marty, and that's going to be an ace. And the visiting Alexandria Cardinals take a 1-point lead. Alexandria 21, St. Cloud Tech 20. Our match is even at 1 set apiece. Here's a deep serve received by the Tigers. It comes up to Miracle Jensen. Her hit off a block, but the Cardinals are not able to bring it up. And Jensen will record the kill.
Yeah, we got a hand on it on the block, but we weren't able to get enough of it for our back row to be able to play it.
Tied at 21 in our third set. Amber Kilinowski serves. Played by the Cardinals. It'll be a right side volley here for Scarlett Brown. Now the Tigers may have to volley. No, it's going to be a back row attack, but Emily Doherty digs it out. Marty's going to get it to Scarlett Brown. Her hit dug out here by Shuck. Now a play by Jensen, and Jensen able to get it away from the block. That's the Tigers' Miracle Jensen getting the kill.
Yeah, they were able to run that play just a little bit quicker than our blockers could react to.
22-21 in favor of St. Cloud Tech, and now a quick set, and Avery Posel sends it over. Tech volleys it back. Now a play left side. Brown got it over. Now a play up to the left side where Jensen will try to put it away, and Miracle Jensen will be successful in doing just that.
Cardinal Sydney Kroc a little shaken up here.
She's not going to be able to come over to the bench on her own power. And again, Alexandria down a couple of players already, with Lila Schlichting and Meadows Impel being unavailable tonight. And now Sydney Kroc is going to walk gingerly over toward the Alexandria bench.
I think we're probably going to have Lily Kruzmark come in, maybe. They haven't made a decision yet, but I think she's the only front row player we've got.
Yep, and it will be Lily Kruzmark called into duty here for Alexandria. So that's terribly unfortunate that Sydney Kroc heads out. Tech by 2, and Amber Kilinowski will have the serve. Deep serve here, and it's too long.
That was just long.
Yes, maybe by about 4 inches, 5 inches maybe.
And we really needed a side out there too.
Yep. So now we'll have some substitutions as we'll have Greta Suki and Larkin Rupert back in. Suki will go back to serve. Can the Cardinals get a point off her serve to tie this set up? Greta Suki serving long. Played by Schuck to Gleeden to Jensen, and her hit off a deflection, and it's a good kill for Miracle Jensen.
Yeah, it started with a real, the serve was actually pretty good that time, but a really nice pass by the back row player to the setter.
Set point chance now for St. Cloud Tech, which leads 24-22. And Izzy Gleeden will serve. Emily Doherty gets it up to Hadley Marty. Now to Rupert. Her hit off the block, dug out. Tapped over. Tipped by Alexandria, dug out. Jensen will take the shot, and that will be over the Alexandria block. And Miracle Jensen will get the winning kill shot. And St. Cloud Tech has gone in front in this match, 2-1. Your Game 3 final on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. St. Cloud Tech 25, Alexandria 22. We will return to Tech High School with more of our Alexandria Cardinal volleyball coverage after we enjoy these words on our platforms from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports programming.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new unused equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center, for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted best real estate company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
Back at St. Cloud Tech High School, the Alexandria Cardinals now trail this match against the Tech Tigers. The Cardinals won the first set, but St. Cloud Tech has won 2 in a row to go up 2-1 in the best of 5. And the Tigers will have the first serve for set number 4. Ellie Anderson will go to the bench as Leah Imdick will come in as the libero. Alexandria will have Emily Doherty coming in as the libero, And we'll see if she indeed replaces Campbell Jensen. Or?
I think it'll be Avery Polzel.
Okay. Yep. Yeah.
Or it could also. Yeah, I think it'll be Avery. And Cardinals look like they're. Well, let's see. See what rotation.
Yeah, we have.
Looks like they're starting in. I thought for a minute they were starting in. No, it looks like they're starting in rotation 3 rather than their normal rotation. I think maybe to match up a little bit more with Miracle Jensen on tech.
Yeah. Hadley Marty, Larkin, Rupert, Campbell Jensen starting the fourth set. Avery Polzel along with Riley Beyer on the court. And I think Greta Suki might be out there, and now libero Emily Doherty is also out there. First serve is played by the Alexandria Cardinals, but the set came over to the left side, and Larkin Rupert was not able to get it over.
Yeah, the timing just wasn't quite there between Hadley and Larkin on that one.
St. Cloud Tech 1, Alexandria no score. Deep serve here. Emily Doherty gets it up to Hadley Marty. Rupert will take the swing. Line shot dug out by Imdick. Volleyed up here by Leeser, but that leads to an attempt by Shuck, and Shuck cannot clear it. And it's a point for Alexandria.
Yeah, good swing that time by Larkin. Even better play by the libero for Tech, but then their set to the hitter wasn't clean.
Tied at 1 in set number 4, a set that Alexandria must win to prolong the match. Serve played by Shuck up to Gleeden, and then a hit by Kilinowski is into the net. So the point for Alexandria, and the visitors take a 2-1 lead. All of the sets have been reasonably close. The third set was the closest, with the Tigers winning by 3. Now the ball worked up to the left side. Miracle Jensen has her hit, find a spot near the back line, and Jensen records the kill.
Yeah, it looked like it was just inside the end line there.
So now we'll have a substitution. Larkin Rupert out. Maddie Severson will go back to play in the back row. And now we'll have Amber Kilinowski serving for St. Cloud Tech. Tied at 2. Severson gets the ball to Marty, and then a scramble, and passes just never got that high where Maddie could come underneath and get at least a volley over. So strong serve there by Kilinowski puts Tech up on top 3-2.
Coach getting the lineup shifted just a little bit.
Kilinowski's next serve played by Riley Beyer. Now to Hadley Marty, then to Scarlett Brown, but her hit goes out. And it's Tech 4, Alexandria 2.
The Cardinals just need to settle in and find that confidence again.
Another serve here for Kilinowski. That's deep, played by Beyer, up to Hadley Marty. Middle attack here by Campbell Jensen is good. Jensen with the winner for the Alexandria Cardinals.
Yeah, good adjustment on the serve by Beyer to get that pass up to the setter.
So Alexandria trails 4-3. St. Cloud Tech has won the last 2 sets and is in front in the match, 2-1. Jensen playing it over. It's received by Wesley Shuck to Izzy Gleeden. Down the line, Miracle Jensen's hit dug out. Tipped back over by Marty, and that's going to cause Tech to scramble. And that second ball proved to be effective as Hadley Marty will record the kill.
Hadley tonight has had a number of plays where the pass wasn't quite perfect, and she's made the adjustment.
Tied at 4 here in set number 4. Next serve for Jensen is deep. Low pass, but Gleeden gets it up for Miracle Jensen, and her shot is over the front line, and Alexandria's back row unable to bring it up, so Miracle Jensen will get the kill.
Yeah, she's been able to to spot the ball in a lot of different places tonight for her kills.
St. Cloud Tech 5, Alexandria 4. Here's Riley Beyer receiving the Izzy Gleeden serve, and then it's played into the middle, and Avery Polzel will get the strike for the Alexandria Cardinals. Retying the score, it's now 5-5. Glenwood State Bank bringing you our scoreboard updates. And now Hadley Marty back at the serving line. Serve played by Imdick, low pass, and then The Tigers have to volley it over. Can the Cardinals take advantage? And nope. And a bump set there by Emily Doherty. Another quarter going into the kitty there. And that caused Scarlett Brown to scramble, and she could not get the ball over. So Margaret Sanborn will come into play in the front row as Wesley Shuck will check out. That means Miracle Jensen will go back to serve. Serve is going to be played away from the net, and the Cardinals cannot bring it up front.
Yeah, that time Miracle Jensen doing the damage with the serve.
And it's St. Cloud Tech 7, Alexandria 5. The Cardinals must win this set to prolong the match. Deep serve here, played by Doherty, but low pass, and that caused Avery Polzel to try to pop the ball up, and then Doherty tried to volley and could not get it over, so it's now a 3-point lead for St. Cloud Tech at 8-5.
Yeah, the all-important serve and passing game that Coach Byrne always talks about breaking down a little bit here for the Cards.
And they'll see if they can get a side out on the next Miracle Jensen serve. Riley Byer gets it to Hadley Marty. It's going to be a volley over for Brown. Now a play in the middle, and the hit by Ellie Anderson, dug out by Doherty. Kept alive and then tipped over. Now we've got a volley into a block. Then it's returned by St. Cloud Tech. Here's a good quick set, and it's going to lead to a kill for Avery Polzel.
Nice dig there by Doherty to set it up.
So the Cardinals do get a side out and now trail 8-6. Andy Severson will check out as Larkin Rupert will come in to play up front. Meanwhile, we'll have Scarlett Brown heading to the bench, and Greta Suki will come in to serve. Cardinals down by 2 in this fourth set of varsity volleyball. Here's a line serve played by Leah Imdick. Volleyed up by Sanborn. Back row attack by Jensen. Dug out by Marty. To Doherty. Then to the left side, Larkin Rupert's hit from the 10-foot line. Dug out. Now a play right side. It's sent over the block. Nice dig by Doherty. Left side attack by Rupert is good.
Boy, it looked like Tech was kind of in control at that point until a really nice dig by Doherty and a quick pass to Larkin for the kill.
Yep, good work there by the Alexandria Cardinals, including Emily Doherty, the libero. And it's now 8-7 in favor of St. Cloud Tech. Suki's serve is over. Imdick plays it to Gleeden. Back row attack by Jensen. Clears the tape. And it clears onto the Alexandria side of the floor and falls to the floor.
I think our blocker jumped a little early on that one, but I think it was also due to Miracle taking something off that hit.
9-7 for the Tigers. Leah Imdick serves, played up front, and a good quick set. Avery Polzel's hit dug out. Now another hit by Jensen off the tape. Cardinals will play it up to Rupert on the left side. Her hit kept alive. Sanborn will attack, but that's into the net. So Larkin Rupert will record the kill shot for the Alexandria Cardinals, who trail 9-8.
Both teams doing a nice job of defense digging that ball up, but the hitting error that time by Tech.
Here's Avery Polzel at the line for the Alexandria Cardinals. Deep serve played by Jensen to Gleeden into the middle. The hit off the block by Kilinowski. Dug out briefly by Hadley Marty, but the pass off the dig, I think, went out of play. And it will be a middle shot for Kilinowski for the kill. And now we'll have Reagan Leeser back to serve. Played by the Cardinals. Hadley Marty gets it to Avery Polzel. Her hit kept alive by Imdick, and then we have a back row attack by Leeser that does not get over.
Yeah, our blockers were there, but that ball was hit into the net, top of the net.
Now Riley Byer will be back to serve for Alexandria. The Cardinals down 10-9 in this fourth set. Here's a line serve. Gleeden is going to get it into the middle for Kilinowski, and that will be good. Give Leah Imdick, the libero, some credit there. That was a tough serve to receive.
Yeah, she's done a nice job with that, and one of the few times Tech has gone to the middle there.
Wesley Shuck in now as a substitution, and she'll be back to serve. Tigers in front 11-9, trying to stay undefeated on the year. Emily Doherty receives, then Greta Suki has it, then Hadley Marty will volley it over. Now we've got a play up to the left side, and Miracle Jensen's hit is going to be off the Cardinals block and good for the kill.
Yeah, our blockers were there, and Hadley, Marty, and Posel, and Hadley almost was able to dig that back up off the block, but not quite.
So the Tigers lead by 3 at 12-9. And now it's 12-10 as Shucks serves one into the net. 8 missed serves now for St. Cloud Tech. The Cardinals have missed 10 from the line. Larkin Rupert back to serve. Her serve into the net, so the Cardinals not able to gain anything off of the Rupert serve.
Yeah, I was hoping we could get a little momentum after that missed serve by Tech, but we gave it right back.
Rupert out, Maddie Severson re-enters, and she'll play in the back row. Now here's Kalinowski with a tough serve. Byer gets it to Marty. Middle attack by Posel is dug out. Now we've got Miracle Jensen with the play. That hit is going to be briefly kept alive, but the Cardinals scramble away from the net and cannot return it. It'll be yet another kill for the Tigers senior outside hitter, Miracle Jensen. And it's 14-10 now for the St. Cloud Tech Tigers. Serve played by Alexandria, sent over on the second ball. Now we've got a tip by Anderson away from the Alexandria block, and Ellie Anderson will get the tip kill. And the Tigers now forge a 5-point lead. Alexandria 15, St. Cloud Tech in front 15-10. And then Kalinowski misses a serve here. So the Cardinals trim the lead to 4 after the miss.
Yeah, the Cardinals can't afford to really have any more hitting errors the rest of the way, and they're going to have to continue stout defense.
Here's Campbell Jensen back to serve. Serve played by Miracle Jensen, then to Imdick on a bump set, and she gets it back to Miracle Jensen, and Jensen goes down the line to get the kill. Now each team has a player with the last name of Jensen. Campbell spells her last name Jenzen. Miracle spells her last name Jensen. Now we've got a play in the middle, and Avery Posel's hit is good. Boy, Tech really did a nice job trying to keep that ball moving, but the power of Avery Posel in the middle kept the Tigers scrambling.
Yeah, their defense has been really good tonight. They've dug up a number of our hits that many times would be kills.
Cardinals down now by 3 as Hadley Marty is going to deal an ace here. Quali Real Estate bringing you the instant replay for our YouTube audience. Effective serve there by the freshman Hadley Marty. So the Cardinals down by 3. Another serve played here by Jensen to Gleeden. Back to Jensen. Hit dug out by Maddie Severson to Doherty, then volleyed over. Now the Tigers will play it up into the middle, and the hit angle to the left side will be strong and good for St. Cloud Tech, Ellie Anderson.
Really nice effort that time by the Cards. They were even able to dig that ball and get it over, but credit Tech for setting the play up on the free ball.
Margaret Sanborn will re-enter as a substitution to play up front as Wesley Shuck checks out. Here's the serve by Reagan Leeser. It's into the middle for Avery Posel. That hit kept alive. Volleyed up and tipped over, but I think too many touches there by St. Cloud Tech. So,
yep, 4 hits.
Yep, point for the Cardinals on the side out. Maddie Severson will head to the bench as Larkin Rupert in to play in the front row. Scarlett Brown will leave, and Greta Suki re-enters for the Cardinals. Cards down by 3 in a must-win Game 4. Greta Suki's serve is airborne, played by Jensen. Now up to the front. Ellie Anderson's hit dug out by Marty. Bump set by Emily Doherty. The hit over by the Cardinals' Riley Byer. That's kept alive. And now we're going to have a hit. I don't believe it is touched.
I didn't see a touch.
Nope. I think Reagan Leeser was thinking her shot was good, but nobody touched it for Alexandria. So the unforced error there gives Alexandria a point, and the Cardinals are back to within 2.
Yeah, we need to keep gaining a few points off our serve and have a side out every time on their serves.
Gradasuki to deal it again. And this serve is angled out of bounds to the far side.
Just wide.
So the Tigers get the point on the side out. Ellie Anderson out as libero Leah Imdick is in. Her serve played in the back row by Alexandria. Comes up front. Larkin Rupert's hit dug out by Miracle Jensen. Bump set by Imdick over to Reagan Leeser. Nice dig here by Alexandria. Up to Rupert, left side. That hit kept alive by Jensen. To Gleeden. Jensen will tip it over. Played by Riley Byer. Now to the left side. The hit by Larkin Rupert dug out. Now it's going to be volleyed back over here. Played by Alexandria, quick set, and the hit by Pulsel dug out by Jensen. And then Leeser hits it into a block. Play here, Rupert got it over the block, but Imdick with the dig, now a loft over, and that's going to be played by Riley Byer. Now another strike by Larkin Rupert kept alive. Now a back row attack, and Miracle Jensen able to challenge Avery Pulsel there, and Jensen will record the kill after a long rally. And that's going to prompt Alexandria to take the timeout here. We are commercial free here in set number 4, and right now St. Cloud Tech has forged a 4-point lead, but Tim, that was really some solid volleyball on both sides there.
Yeah, you can't fault Cardinals' effort at all tonight, but certainly on that point, really nice job of digging balls out. I mean, Avery Pulsel had a block, which she then had to dig herself, and a couple other nice plays by Suki in the back row, but God, it just seems like most of those really long points have gone Tech's way tonight, especially the last 3 sets.
Yeah, set number 1, St. Cloud Tech had a number of unforced errors, and Alexandria was able to take advantage, but Tech has really done a good job at cleaning a lot of that up in sets 2, 3, and 4, and that's what the Tigers are hoping to get to the finish line with more solid play down the stretch. Right now, St. Cloud Tech in front 19-15.
Yeah, Tech's defense, they've reduced the hitting errors, but their defense has also picked up.
Yeah. And Leah Imdick will be back to serve. This serve is deep. Played by Gradasuki up to Hadley Marty. The hit by Larkin Rupert dug out. Now we're going to have a play, and it's going to be a bullet from the back row. There's Miracle Jensen once again for the Tigers.
Yeah, those back row attacks are tough to defend, especially when a hitter can get up that high and pound it down.
20-15 now for St. Cloud Tech, and we're going to have a missed serve.
Another good read by Gradasuki there to let that one go.
Side out to Alexandria. Campbell Jensen into play in the front row as libero Emily Doherty checks out. Now it's going to be Avery Pulsel serving. Pulsel's serve played by Jensen to Gleeden into the middle, and Killenowski, and make that, I think it's going to be Ellie Anderson getting the hit up front for it was Killenowski getting the kill there for St. Cloud Tech.
Yeah, that one just rolled over the net and down.
And now Reagan Leeser will serve. 21-16. Here's an attack kept alive. Now a back row loft by Miracle Jensen dug out. Hadley Marty to Doherty, then Larkin Rupert had her hit dug out. Reagan Leeser will send it back. Cardinals will get it up to the left side. Hit by Larkin Rupert dug out. Now a play for Senborn. Her hit dug out in the back row by Gradasuki. Now we got an attack by Rupert kept alive. Middle attack here by Killenowski. She's going to send it off the Alexandria block and get the winner.
Oh, just another long point that goes the Tech Tigers' way.
And that's going to prompt a timeout, second one for the Alexandria Cardinals here in set number 4, with St. Cloud Tech leading the match 2-1. And when we do return to action, the Tigers will have the opportunity to serve, trying to move closer to a 4-set win. Tim, anything notable as we determine the Culver's play of the game. Anything as of late that sticks out for you as to what might be eligible?
Greta Suki's had either Greta Suki with some really nice digs, or possibly Hattie Marty making some quick adjustments at the net on some good plays as well.
I think I like your first option there with Greta Suki getting some effective digging in the back row. So we will make the dig work by Greta Suki our Culver's play of the game tonight. Now we have another serve by Reagan Leeser. It comes up front. Larkin Rupert's hit dug out. Now a back row attack by Jensen. Nice dig there. And lo and behold, it's Greta Suki getting a key dig there, but unfortunately not able to get it over.
Yeah, she sold out on it, but couldn't get it back to the court.
So now 23-16 for the Alexandria Cardinals, and Campbell Jensen tried to go through the middle, and she got stopped up front. Margaret Sanborn and Amber Kilinowski teaming up for the double block, so it's match point now for St. Cloud Tech. Reagan Leeser's serve played by Riley Beyer. Quick set here, and then Campbell Jensen does not get her hit over the net. And St. Cloud Tech is going to prevail over the Alexandria Cardinals in a 4-set match. Set number 4 was close up until the midpoint, and then St. Cloud Tech had a surge. Don't want to make excuses, but Alexandria was already down 2 players going into the match. And then Sydney Croct got dinged up in set number 3, and she was not able to complete the match. And Alexandria, even more shorthanded than it was earlier in the night, could not withstand St. Cloud Tech's solid all-around play. The Tigers prevail in 4 sets tonight, winning the last 3 after Alexandria claims a Game 1 victory. Set 4 final on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard reads St. Cloud Tech 25, Alexandria 16. We're going to transition. We're about 3 minutes away from getting into our post-match coverage, presented to you by Jutner Motors of Alexandria, after we enjoy these words from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinals sports programming.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website, because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Resorts Marine in Osakis. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Osakis.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building. Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
At St. Cloud Tech High School, the Alexandria Cardinal girls volleyball team goes down to defeat to the St. Cloud Tech Tigers. Tech now 6-0 here in 2025, and for a second straight year, Tech wins the only head-to-head meeting against Alexandria. Last year down here it went 5 sets, but tonight it goes 4 sets. Alexandria already without 2 of its starters coming in. Meadow Zimpel and Lila Schlichting unavailable as they got nicked up before the match against Wilmer on Tuesday. And then in tonight's match, Sydney Kroc goes down toward the end of the 3rd set when the match was all even at 1, and ultimately she would never return. So Coach Mary Byrne really having to go with even more of a makeshift lineup. She got some good play from some of her younger players, but St. Cloud Tech, I think one of the reasons why the Tigers are off to this good start, they are very scrappy and they defend their half court very well. The Tigers, after dropping the first set to Alexandria, would go on to win the next 3, and St. Cloud Tech now at 6-0 following this 4-set win over the Alexandria Cardinals. Hello once again, along with Tim Zupfer and our videographer on site at St. Cloud Tech High School, J.P. Boleen. I am DMAC and Dave McClurg. We welcome you to our post-match coverage brought to you by Juttner Motors of Alexandria. I do anticipate we're going to have an Alexandria Cardinal volleyball player joining us in a couple of moments, but Tim, you and I will keep it here for some conversation. I think, tonight, really unfortunate. I think Tech played better volleyball as the night went along, and you pointed it out periodically during the play-by-play broadcast. Defensively, they kind of frustrated Alexandria's attack.
You know, we've played a number of matches this year with some really, close games, and, it's almost kind of been a theme with all the teams in the conference. A really good defense, and I thought in those sets, especially sets 3 and 4, I thought Alexandria was able to raise their level of play in those 2 sets, but the Tech defense rose to that level as well.
Yeah, and St. Cloud Tech, after going down in the first set, as Alexandria won that one by a score of 25-20, the Tigers would take the next 3 sets. Set number 3 was the one that was in the balance. It was pretty tight. I think 15-15 at one juncture, and then I think Alexandria actually had a lead earlier in that set. But, sometimes that 3rd set, when it's 1 set apiece, can prove to be pivotal, and I think St. Cloud Tech kind of played the momentum off of getting a comeback win.
Well, I think the score was 22-21, and there was a long rally by both teams, and it was also the play that Sydney Kroc went down on, and they went up 23-10, I believe, at that point, and I thought that was not only a key point in that set, but a key point in the match, because I really think that 3rd set was put Tech in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and without Sydney Kroc available in set number 4, St. Cloud Tech was able to get off to an early start. Alexandria was hanging in for a while. I think the Cardinals took their first time out trailing 19-15, but then Alexandria would only get 1 more point the rest of the way, as the Tigers got some strong serving down the stretch from some people such as Leah Imdick and Reagan Leeser as well, and ultimately the Tigers would go on to the victory by a final of 25-20. This is our post-match report presented to you by Juttner Motors in Alexandria. We're going to take another break, and then we'll return to Tech High School in St. Cloud after these words.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind. Because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CEREC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
We welcome you back to St. Cloud Tech High School with more of our post-match coverage. The St. Cloud Tech Tigers get the victory over the Alexandria Cardinals in a 4-set match. Alexandria wins the first game 25-20. St. Cloud Tech wins the last 3, and the Tigers are still undefeated on the year, now at 6-0, including a 4-0 record in the Central Lakes Conference. Tim Zuffer and yours truly, Dave McClurg, joined by our quality Toyota Cardinal athlete player of tonight's game. That is Riley Byer. Our interview segment brought to you by Quality Toyota. How far would you drive for a great deal from Quality Toyota in Fergus Falls? What's your number? Check out their selection the next time you visit Otter Tail Country. Quality Toyota is located on West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, or you can look online anytime at qualitytoyota.net. And Riley, great to be visiting with you. I know we're on YouTube right now, but for our radio audience that might be listening in, when you suit up on game night, what's your number?
Number 3.
Very good. Is this a number that you will look to keep throughout your high school years, or do you just enjoy it for the time being?
Yes, I look to keep number 3.
Very good. Riley, an interesting match here. I know that your team has had to mix and match. You know, I think one of the benefits of that is that as a next player up, it means more court time for you. How are you feeling about what you're able to do on the court and, your efforts to contribute to the team cause here?
For sure, I was nervous at first, but I knew that I had it in myself, and I especially in the back row, I knew, get this ball up, get the first contact, so we can get a nice swing, a nice set off of it. And in the front row, I knew I wasn't going to be our strongest hitter, but I knew I had to get my block up and strong to mess with the outside hitters or the hitters on my opponent's side.
As we talk at this point of the season, Riley, are you feeling really good about some of the work that you're doing in the back row, getting that first contact to get the ball up to, your setter Hadley Marty, or when Meadows on the floor, Meadows Impel?
Yeah, for sure. And I always am open to getting talked to and how to get my pass more better for them, and I try to just make it the best ball I can.
We are getting together here with Riley Byer from the Alexandria Cardinal volleyball team, our quality Toyota Cardinal athlete of tonight's match. Riley, I might have a couple of questions for you on the other side of what Tim may share with you. So, Tim, if you want to take it away with your insight or a question or two, feel free.
Sure. Obviously, Riley, you were kind of thrown in with some big opportunities, especially in sets 3 and 4 in the Wilmer match. Did you also get some significant court time in the tournament over the weekend at Marshall?
Yes, the first day I did not, but the second day I stepped in and played right back again, and I felt confident in myself, came in and served well, and read the hitters pretty well, and I felt pretty confident in myself and with my team.
So at least, first time on the court at home wasn't quite as nerve-wracking?
No.
Okay. You were part of the mainly played JV last year, but part of that championship team and that won the state championship last year. How much do you feel that you were able to grow being part of that team and having all those extra practices playing all the way into November 9th last year?
It was definitely nice, especially for my defensive play. We always had to play against Varsity or the top 6 all the time, and I felt like I had to step in and make them better as a player, and they also made me better, which was really nice.
That's kind of what I was looking for. I had a high school coach that used to.
And Scarlett Brown, that means opportunities opening. But how are you feeling, considering that the lineup is in a little bit of flux right now?
A little bit nervous, but I know that we have it in us if we just stay aggressive, talk a lot, and get our first contact, our serve and our pass up. I think we'll do well, and we'll get through those hard times.
It turns out, Riley, on back-to-back weekends, you do have tournament competition. One of those was down in Marshall, and now I think you go to the southern suburbs of the Twin Cities for the Class 4A Midwest Volleyball Showcase, both tomorrow and Saturday. What do you want to see out of the Alexandria Cardinals when you're playing the number of matches that you'll play down in Burnsville?
Definitely aggressiveness, just always be ready for the next ball. Don't, think that something's going to happen, and just always be ready for the next ball, and if we don't get the point, just get right back up and stay consistent. Definitely.
I know that we do have a lot of the season to go, but what do you feel the potential is for the 2025 Alexandria Cardinals? Maybe you don't get to defend the Class AAA state title at all because you're in a new class this year, but what can this team accomplish before the year is done?
I'm hoping it's going to be tough, but make it back to state. If we just keep our heads high and not think too high of ourselves, we'll impress a lot of people and be excited for that.
Well, I thought it was kind of neat that your team matched up against St. Michael Albertville down in Marshall over the weekend. St. Michael Albertville is the defending section champion in Section 8 of Class 4A. So I would think, even though that match didn't go your team's way, it's very valuable to play a section rival in a tournament like that. Did you see some good things when you went head-to-head against St. Michael Albertville?
Yes. I think we went into 3 sets, so that was a really good thing. And I think the third set went into extra points, which was really nice. Our defense started to figure things out, and it'll be nice if we play them again, we can figure them out and know who they are and who their personnel is.
Very good. Riley, we appreciate the time after the match here. Thanks so much. Best wishes to you and the Alexandria Cardinals down in the Twin Cities this weekend, and we'll look forward to seeing you later in the season.
Perfect. Thank you.
There is Riley Byer, our quality Toyota Cardinal athlete player of tonight's match. Alexandria falls to St. Cloud Tech in a 4-setter at Tech High School in St. Cloud. One more break, and we're back to wrap up our post-match coverage from the Granite City after this timeout.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website. because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Resorts Marine in Oseques. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Oseques.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind, because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
We return one final time to St. Cloud Tech High School, where the Tigers volleyball team remains undefeated on the year, now 6-0 overall, 4-0 in the Central Lakes Conference after defeating the Alexandria Cardinals 3-1. Tim's up for yours truly, Dave McClurg, along with our videographer, J.P. Boleen. Just some numbers, really. St. Cloud Tech has a terrific outside hitter and senior Miracle Jensen. I had her unofficially tonight for 29 kill shots, ace block as well. Amber Kilanowski in the middle attacked and recorded about 10 kills of her own, and Reagan Leeser attacking from the right side, and she was able to record 8 kill shots. The Cardinals did have some balance offensively. Scarlett Brown, the 8th grader, actually led the team on the attack with 10. Larkin Rupert hitting from the outside with 8 kill shots. Avery Polzel, Sydney Croct, Campbell Jensen between 5 and 7 kills apiece. I thought Campbell had some nice ace blocks. I think out of her total blocks, I think she had 4 solo blocks, and she assisted on a few double blocks as well. So some highlights within the match there, but Tech really with some pretty good firepower with the likes of Miracle Jensen and Amber Kilanowski, and for that matter, also Reagan Leeser, just a little too strong on the night. Set assist tonight, 50 for Izzy Gleeden, guiding the St. Cloud Tech offense. Hadley Marty, by comparison, a total of 29. Tim, defensive numbers, anything stick out in terms of, what you were able to track for digs and stuff?
Yeah, Emily Doherty, as always, that libero position is in there in every rotation, and she certainly had a busy night. I had her for 38 successful passes to the setter and 21 digs. Riley Byer coming not too far behind, 20 passes to the setter and 14 digs. Greta Suki had 10 passes and 12 digs. And then it was just a handful of players with 2 and 4. Actually, Hadley Marty also, even though she's our setter, she ended up with 14 digs on the night as well. Very good. And with all that, the Cardinals dropped to 3-3 in the Central Lakes Conference. The overall record for Alexandria now at 4-7 going into the weekend for the Class 4A Midwest Volleyball Showcase
2 matches tomorrow. Coach Byrne mentioned to me that Minneapolis Washburn and Stillwater will be the opponents on the schedule for Friday, and then other opponents to be determined on Saturday. The JV match was won by St. Cloud Tech 2-1 over Alexandria earlier tonight. That was the JV 1 competition. Tim, we appreciate the chance to get together with you again. We'll talk tomorrow night a little further north up at Riverview Intermediate School Stadium in Sartell for Alexandria and Sartell varsity football. I think we're back to our week 1 type weather rather than the week 2 weather that we had for the Cardinals home opener last week.
Yeah, the Cardinals will a big first district and section opponent with Sartell, so I think the Cardinals will look to get things going, and I look to see them put a few more points on the board this week.
We will join you from Sartell's Riverview Intermediate School Stadium with the Juttner Motors pregame show Friday evening at approximately 6:30 and play-by-play to follow at 7 o'clock. Thanks to all of the Alexandria Cardinal sports boosters that presented our broadcast. Special thanks to Juttner Motors for sponsoring our post-match coverage. For our studio engineer back at KXRA, Jackson, and for our videographer, J.P. Boleyn, and my broadcast partner, Tim Zupfer, Dave McClurg saying good night from St. Cloud Tech High School, where the Tigers varsity girls volleyball team won its 6th without a defeat this year, prevailing over the Alexandria Cardinals 3-1.